Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Would you please join me in standing and saluting the flag and doing the pledge? I pledge allegiance This meeting is convened in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act of New Jersey. Let the official minutes reflect that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by publishing a notice in the Asbury Park Press on Thursday, January 4th, 2024, the Press of Atlantic City, and the Star Ledger, and also forwarded to the Toms River Times, Toms River Patch, and WOBM News on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024, and thereafter posting same on the Town Hall Bulletin Board for such notices, and filing same with the Township Clerk pursuant to a resolution adopted by the Township Council on Tuesday, January 1st, 2024. The meeting dates have also been posted on the Township webpage.
Councilman Sikosi.
Here.
Councilman Lamb.
Here.
Councilman Loebman. Here. Councilman Nivison.
Here.
Councilman Quinless.
Here.
Council Vice President O'Toole. Here. Council President Coleman.
Here.
Item 5 are the minutes from the special meeting on April 11th, 2024.
Move the minutes. Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sikosi?
I have to abstain, please.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Yes. Council President Coleman.
Yes. This time I'd like to ask Pam Bowen and other members of the American Legion to come forward and meet us down in the well. for
Council President,
proclamation.
can
I'm
we,
sorry.
can we take a motion to move the honoring resolutions and presentations?
I apologize. Okay, need a motion to move.
I'll make a motion to move
Thank you.
minutes.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay, council, please join me.
Raise the price, way, as long as I can remember.
Sneaking behind you.
Get a picture, Dave, move in. Get it nice and close.
Pam, on behalf of the council and the mayor of Toms River Township, I'd like to present you with this proclamation recognizing Poppy Day, which is coming up very soon. And we also want to thank you for your service. We appreciate everything that you guys do, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You want to say anything? Would you like to say something? You up there. Here.
I'm sorry I'm not that tall. I want to thank everybody for your proclamation and the support. We do this every year, like they said, in May. May is Poppy Month, and we are out and about. We don't sell the poppies. They are donation, so whatever you can give is fine. Okay? Thank you very much.
Ready? 1, 2, ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Thank you.
All right, item 7 is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, amending rules and regulations for public meetings of the Township Council.
Have a motion to approve?
Second. Make a motion.
A motion is made by Council Vice President O'Toole and seconded by Councilman Loban. Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Loban?
Yes.
Councilman Sikosi?
No.
Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Before I vote on this thing, I just want to make the public aware that on January 1st, when the new mayor and this group came into power here, they all said that they were moving the meeting to Wednesdays at 7 o'clock and allowing us 5 minutes, and the whole idea was that more people had more time to talk. And here we are, 4 months later, changing it to 3 minutes with an option at the discretion of the president for 2 more minutes at the end of the session. So I think this is more tactics to lessen the public's ability to be heard. After all, we're all up here because we represent you. We don't represent the mayor. And you guys need every bit of time you can to speak your mind. And I think this is just unfair and unjust and goes against what even the mayor said about wanting the people to be heard. So I vote no.
Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Item 8 is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, consenting to the appointment of Jonathan Solanas as acting Chief Financial Officer, retroactive to March 23rd, 2024.
Motion to approve? Lynn?
Motion.
Second.
Was that Councilman
First
Logan
reading.
with the second?
Yes, it was.
Motion made by Council Vice President O'Toole and seconded by Councilman Loban. Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Loban?
Yes.
Councilman Sikosi?
No.
Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
I have some questions. How long is this for? This is temporary, correct?
We,
And we're still interviewing?
no, we interviewed, right? And we are going to hire someone, but someone has to sign the budget. So by law, we have to have someone sign the budget. And in this, we were advised by legal counsel that it should be the business, it should be the
Please
business
don't speak
administrator.
out of turn, okay? If you'll get your chance, just, let's finish this
The act-
in
and
an
the
orderly
acting
manner.
An acting CFO cannot have, an acting CFO cannot have their certification. So someone who has their certification would have to be made the CFO, and the person who has the certification in Town Hall does not want to be CFO. She is very happy in the position she's been in for decades now. So someone has to sign the budget, that person has to be made acting CFO, and it's a formality until we hire someone.
That's correct.
Although we did have a licensed firm prepare the budget, right? But he's not allowed to sign.
And do we have any active applicants right now?
Yes, you know, you'll be in on the interviews, so.
Then I'll say yes.
Councilman Quinless?
I have to say no. We do have a certified deputy CFO. I haven't seen anything that she was rejecting this opportunity, and since it is temporary, I can't understand why she would. And because there is no end date for how temporary Mr. Solanas' appointment would be. Plus, he's already wearing a number of hats because of all the other people that have already resigned or the mergers of different departments over the last 4 months. So again, my vote on this one is no.
Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Item 9 is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, authorizing the reading of the Township of Toms River 2024 calendar year budget by title only.
Motion to approve?
Is there,
Thank you, Council President. I want to thank the
Sorry.
council.
I'm sorry, Mayor. Who was the first and second?
Yes.
I was second.
Okay.
Are we voting on this?
We will.
Motion is made by Council Vice President O'Toole and seconded by Councilman Lamb. Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Mike, I think the council president called on the mayor just to make a brief comment.
Of course you do.
That's all right. You can finish the vote. I'll comment after.
Sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Councilman Sikosi?
Abstain.
Councilman Loban?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
We haven't seen the budget. We haven't met with a budget committee. We have no idea what this is. I'm pretty surprised that we're voting on something, that 7 members up here are voting on something that most of us probably haven't seen. So I have to, no, I haven't received it. Have you? Because if you did,
It was on the,
the budget itself was not.
you didn't get the,
No,
it says a name only, I didn't read that part, or?
I did not get.
Can we have your vote, please?
My vote is no.
Council President Coleman.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is it out there somewhere? Yeah. Where? Name only.
I want to thank the council for supporting our budget. This budget has a 0% tax increase. It wasn't an easy accomplishment. Last year, the prior administration, they had balanced their budget on $3 million of ARPA funds. Those ARPA funds are no longer with us. Plus, the township had to cover the cost of raises of between 2 and 3%, which also increased costs by approximately $2 to $3 million. But by reducing unnecessary positions and eliminating wasteful spending, we've balanced this budget with a 0% tax increase. At our next meeting, we'll have a full public hearing, and there will be a PowerPoint presentation with all of the figures. Thank you again to the members of council for supporting the budget.
Item 10 is a resolution of the Township Council, Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, for the hearing and improving of the 2024 Toms River Special Improvement District budget.
I'd like to
Motion.
call Maren Bennett up to the microphone. Maren?
Mayor, esteemed members of Toms River Council, and valued residents. It was with genuine enthusiasm and pride that I stand before you today representing the Downtown Development Corporation, also known as the Toms River Business Improvement District, the BID. As stewards of our beloved downtown district, we are deeply committed to enhancing services and fostering prosperity within our community. Today, I'm honored to share our exciting plans for the upcoming year. Spanning from the Parkway entrance to Hooper Ave and from the south side of Route 37 to Freddy's, our business improvement district encapsulates the beating heart of downtown Toms River. Here, every commercial building owner contributes a small assessment to the town, what constitutes 60% of the BID's operating budget. I'm proud to announce that for yet another year, we have managed to support downtown Toms River without requesting an increase in this assessment. This decision underscores our steadfast dedication to supporting our business community while upholding principles of fiscal responsibility and affordability for all stakeholders. In 2024, the BID has curated a robust schedule of events and attractions comprising of staggering total of 75 permitted events, alongside our community's favorites such as the Scarecrow Walk, holiday decorating contest, and the Wreath Walk. These events serve as a testament of our unwavering dedication to the small business community. Moreover, they act as a beacon, drawing in tourists and providing wholesome family entertainment for free for our residents. I'm particularly thrilled to announce the much-anticipated return of Downtown Night Out, slated to take place every Friday and Saturday night from May 31st through October 12th. While we're still in the process of securing a sponsor for this cherished event, we've taken a proactive steps by pursuing grants and introducing smaller sponsorship packages for each weekend. These measures not only ensure the continuation of Downtown Night Out, but also underscores our commitment to prudent fiscal management. Sponsorships constitute of a vital 20% of our operating costs. I'm delighted to report that we have already secured several sponsorships. However, our endeavors do not conclude here. We remain dedicated in our pursuit of additional sponsors and grants to alleviate costs to our business and uphold our commitment to maximizing resources. Furthermore, 2024 has already proven to be a stellar year for downtown Toms River. The BID has played a pivotal role in assisting our incubator tenants to secure larger locations within the district. This includes the establishments such as the Track Gallery, Drips and Kicks, and Trinity Magical Intentions. Additionally, 40 Main Street is evolving into a vibrant hub for the community, attracting a wealth of tenants offering unique experiences. Moreover, 53 Main Street is now home to a delightful new ice cream parlor and a candy shop. As the downtown continues to undergo revitalization, we anticipate the arrival of many more new shops and eateries, promising even more exciting developments in the upcoming months. As we chart our course into the future, the bid remains firm in our belief in downtown Toms River and committed in our support for our small business community. Together, we will continue to propel downtown Toms River forward, realizing our ambitious goals and nurturing our environment where commerce, culture, and community flourish together. In conclusion, I extend my sincerest gratitude to the mayor, council members, and esteemed residents for your support and dedication to the revitalization of downtown Toms River. Let us continue to work hand in hand, united in pursuit of vibrant and prosperous future for us all. Thank you.
Does anyone in the community have any questions or comments they'd like to make concerning this? Yes, please come up.
Dennis Galante, 1149 Cherokee Court, Toms River. My question is not really directed to the bid.
Well,
I
that's
support,
what this
now,
is.
please let me finish, okay? And
But
then you
that's what
can,
this is for.
yes.
This is an opportunity.
My question is, why is it under a resolution and that you just put it and ask for public comment, yet that item is under your resolution, and the other previous items you just did, especially with comment and the policy now for public speaking, what's the difference? I don't even have the text. Did any of you even have the text of what is contained in number 7? So my question is basic to the bid, but it's everything that you're doing here.
But this is public comment time pertaining to this resolution only. You can
Why only
address
this
that.
resolution?
Because it's required pursuant to the statute. We have to have a public hearing.
That
and allow
is,
public
but none of
comment.
your other resolutions are.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
Anybody? I'd just like to say that I've been at several ribbon cuttings with this young lady, and I will tell you that she certainly is appreciated by all the new businesses that have come in, and actually, it's been kind of fun. But anyway, she's really done some great work, and I would expect that would continue. So thank you, Mary. Really appreciate all your hard work.
Thank you.
Can I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Excuse me, we have a motion to close public comment?
Make a motion to close public comment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion to approve the resolution.
Make a motion to approve the resolution?
Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Quinlisk and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman? Yes. Councilman Sekozy?
Well, I'm going to abstain, but under legal advice, I've been advised that I don't have to abstain. But at the last meeting, it was brought to my attention here during the meeting that I should abstain. So I don't want to rock the boat, but everything that I do is listed, all my holdings on the Department of Community Affairs, not like some other people up here on council or other people. They're in violation of not getting that done. But so to keep the harmony,
All right.
I'm going to abstain from this vote.
Councilman Lamb?
Regrettably.
Just want to thank Marin Bennett for your efforts. They don't go unnoticed by the council members up here. I know you come to most of our meetings, and I vote yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Item 11 is a resolution of the Township Council of Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, approving an agreement between the Township of Toms River and the International Association of Firefighters, Local 4846, establishing the terms of a new 4-year collective negotiations agreement effective May 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2027.
Council President?
Yes, Mayor.
I would just like to let the folks out in the audience know that this is the agreement that we've signed with the EMS workers here in town. It raises their starting salary to $62,000 a year. We've had a tremendous problem as far as getting people to work for the township, and many townships do. But we raised this starting salary to $62,000, and within 10 days, we've had 75 applicants. And it's my understanding that 20 are being tested already as far as the fitness test is concerned. So in an economy like this, you have to pay a little more to retain talent, and it's a good contract, and I'm happy to support it.
Thank you.
Is there a motion?
Do you have a motion?
I'll make that
Motion
motion.
made.
Second.
Okay, sorry. Hold on. Councilman?
So I would just like to add to this. I mean, although I'm personally happy that these individuals are going to make more money, they're going to make more money, and it's going to be more than that of a starting police officer. And because they're making that much more than even a starting police officer, the budgetary numbers that the mayor threw out in the beginning by eliminating the police positions and the public information officer for the police department, the new figure for their payroll is going to be higher than originally budgeted for or the money accounted for. And on top of that, this just got added to the agenda right before the meeting today. I haven't seen any supporting documents. I have
What do you
no
mean you
idea
haven't seen? We
the
voted on
details
this
of their
once
contract, so I'm going to, well, when it comes around, I'm going to vote no on that.
Okay.
All right, is there a motion?
It's on the portal. We had a motion and a second, I believe. I'll make the motion.
Second? A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Logan. Councilman Lamb?
Just want to thank the mayor and administration for getting this done. We need EMS. I was with the Barrier Island residents over the weekend at the OBVTA meeting, and then also the Northern Beach Associations, which comprise of nearly a dozen, and they all need EMS over there year-round. So I support this plan, and I vote yes.
Councilman Loebman? Yes. Councilman Sikosi?
Abstain.
Councilman Iverson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinliss? No. Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Item 12 is an ordinance of the Township of Toms River, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the mayor to execute and the township clerk to attest to a lease agreement between the Township of Toms River and the Ocean County Board of Health, authorizing the leasing of certain municipal property pursuant to NJSA 40A:12-14B. This is a final reading.
At this time, we're going to open the floors for public comment. Sir? By the way, just a reminder, we're on the new 3-minute
Yeah,
clock.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Council
And-
President?
Shame on you.
Judge, I just want to be
Yeah,
fair.
okay.
Just want to be
I don't
fair.
think we voted on that yet.
Council
You're not taking
President?
up my time now, are you?
We voted on that at the last
Okay,
meeting, Jim.
right?
Okay,
It's in this one.
Council President,
please, yes.
can I just remind everybody to also state their town when giving their address?
that would be
Tom
good.
River.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So this is, as we all know, this is the animal shelter, correct?
Correct.
Okay. My question to that is, the mayor and council, do you dispute the data presented at previous meetings regarding the euthanasia numbers between the Toms River Animal Shelter and the county's shelter? Do you dispute those numbers of, I believe it was 6% for the township and 19% for the county? Do you dispute any of those figures? That someone came up here and got the data and said that those are the true figures in euthanasia for the different shelters?
Did you want me to answer that, or Council
Whoever wants
President?
to answer it, I'm fine.
Which data did you have?
Hold on.
You have some data?
Let's stay
No,
orderly.
no.
I'm going
I have
to,
the data.
excuse me,
It had been-
Then
excuse
yes,
me,
I
sir.
dispute it.
I want to run an orderly meeting, okay?
Sure.
So let's be calm
Being
about it.
interrupted.
No, I asked you
understand.
if you wanted me to answer. I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah.
Dennis.
You want him
Not
to
interrupt.
answer, you want him
You
to
asked
answer,
me to
yes or
answer.
no?
There's no dispute here. You were asking us up here, correct? No dispute here.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to have the mayor respond?
Okay, yes, okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You were asking me if I dispute numbers that you're not even showing me. But I've shown you the numbers, right? Didn't I show you the numbers when we were in here? I opened up a
No.
spreadsheet from you.
No,
for
I
you.
don't believe
No,
so.
I did for a lot of folks
saw a
here.
lot of
But
different-
yes, I dispute your numbers. I
You
dispute
did
your numbers.
too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So then my question there is, where you get the numbers, I believe you said from the state.
No, I showed everyone the spreadsheet from the state that we reported to. And then I showed them how we didn't report
Where
in
does this-
certain years.
Where does the state get the numbers from? How can it be
They get them
different
from our shelter.
They do.
Yes.
So they're different.
Yeah, they are.
Numbers
They're
left-
different than your numbers, Mr. Galante, which you're not
They're
showing
not
me.
my numbers.
They
They're my
are.
numbers.
They are.
They
Where are
left
these
here.
numbers? You don't have numbers?
Went to the
I've
thing.
showed everybody numbers at this council. I remember this council has seen the spreadsheet.
There's been plenty of. people up
Everybody's
there.
seen the spreadsheet.
All right, argue with me all you want.
I don't, go read Asbury Park Press's stories from 2022 or Patches. You'll see that it's a very different theme in 2022. At that point in time, everybody had something completely different to say about the Toms River Shelter in the press. And that was exactly what we found when we got here.
That's what that is. That's not my question. That's-
No, your question was, do I dispute data that you don't have in your hand? That was your question. That was your question. From a very intelligent man, that was a silly question. That was a silly, silly question.
All right, let's move on to the next speaker, please. Let's move on.
Hello. Michael Cohen, Stark Road,
City? Town?
Toms River.
There you go.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank you for visiting our shelter last week. It's always good when people show a genuine interest in our facility, so thank you. Now, assuming control of our animal shelter wasn't on the most recent agendas for either the county or the health department. It's also not on the agendas next month. How can we lease a building to an entity that hasn't approved themselves to lease it? Where is the contract with the county? And is money still owed on a mortgage on our building, and how is that going to be cleared up? Now, is Ocean County going to run our facility the way that we've been running it? That means that they'd have to start rehabbing wildlife. That means that they'd have to start caring for domestic animals other than just cats and dogs, not turning them all away. Now, for anybody who says that we're not doing a good job, turns out for the last 2 years that we've actually qualified for no-kill status, no-kill shelter status as defined by the Associated Humane Society. 2 years in a row. Ocean County hasn't achieved that. In fact, earlier this year, when we were forced to send animals to Ocean County, instead of intaking them ourselves, out of 26 animals that were brought there, 12 were put down. That speaks for itself. So building on that, anyone who thinks that we're doing a bad job because we keep some animals for too long, that actually means we're doing a good job. We're able to afford all of our intakes the necessary time they need to find the right kind of home and adopter, especially the animals with special needs. A long stay in a shelter is not an unusual occurrence, unfortunately. For example, Tinton Falls Humane Society just adopted out a dog that was there 2 years. Lamb, can you pay attention? Thanks. Popcorn Park just adopted out a dog that was with them for 4 years. Does that mean they're doing bad jobs too? We're not trying to shove animals out the door as fast as possible. In fact, since we were forced to eliminate adoption fees this year, we've had 9 animals returned to us in 4 months. Contrast that with last year when we had 10 animals returned for the entire year. Also a concern with no fees is that it makes it easy for those running dogfighting rings to obtain animals to train their dogs on. One was just broken up in Howell not too long ago. We need adoption fees reinstated yesterday. Now, for the people who think I'm up here,
You'll have a chance to come back and continue the discussion after other people have a chance to speak. All right. Thank you.
Mr. McGuckin, would you mind explaining about the lease? He had a very good question at the beginning of his comments, and I'd like Mr. Assemblyman McGuckin to address it. He negotiated the deal and wrote the lease.
Thank you, Mayor. The ordinance is required to be adopted before we can sign a lease. The lease has been drafted and negotiated with the county. They have reviewed it, the County Board of Health. I believe they are on board with all of the comments and terms of the lease agreement. But we can't sign a lease until we adopt an ordinance. They can't sign a lease until they approve it. And until they take that formal action, the lease cannot take effect, which is why the lease does not have a start date. It leaves blank for when that will occur. This simply authorizes the township to execute such a lease agreement, and that's required by law.
Doesn't it also stipulate that should the county not use this for a shelter, that we would get it back within 60 days?
Absolutely. The lease provides that if the county fails to utilize the shelter in accordance with its current operations, the lease can be terminated by the township on 60 days' notice. The township can also terminate, and the county can also terminate the lease at any time on 120 days' notice if we just decide we want to take it back, or if they decide they don't want to do it anymore. Under those scenarios, the township receives the property back. It's our property, we own it. This is simply a lease of the structure. It also requires the county to operate the facility and maintain it.
We also, the large sum of money that was donated for the animals, although we were advised that that money could be used for other things because the deceased's will was not as strong as it should be, our stipulations in this lease agreement, we put stipulations in the agreement that makes it that now the county must use the money for the shelter and for the animals. So we're actually protecting the woman's wishes, which were not protected by her own attorney. Is that correct, Mr. McGuck?
That's correct, Mayor. The law department reviewed the estate of Ms. Pine and her last will and testament. The last will and testament did not provide any conditions on the bequest to the Toms River Animal Shelter, none whatsoever. We confirmed that with the executor's estate, the estate of the decedent and their attorney, and there are no conditions on the money that was given to the township's animal shelter. The lease provides in paragraph 32 that the county may utilize those funds. They're responsible for them and will maintain them in trust, and must utilize those funds for the care of the animals and the building itself. And that is more conditions than were provided in the last will and testament of Ms. Pine.
Sometimes folks want something to be done with their money, but it's not as protected as it should be.
That's
But we placed additional protections on there. So going forward, if that money is around 10, 15, 20 years from now, it'll always be used for the animals.
And if the facility is ever returned to the township, that money comes back to us as well.
Mr. President, I have a question for the attorney.
Yes, go ahead, Jim.
Mr. McGuckin, I believe part of that lease agreement states something to the fact that the county has to run the shelter the way the town has been running it? And if so, if not, then we can get it back? The fact of the matter is, the county does not run their shelters the same way that Toms River runs theirs, and those euthanasia rates, and the fact that so many animals have already been put down tells us that. So this is a bad idea from the get-go, although I appreciate your legal work on it.
Council President, I have a question too, please.
Okay,
Mr.
Mr. Cozy, go ahead.
How much is the lease per year?
$1.
$1.
That's correct.
Okay.
Did you want to charge the county?
Do we owe money on the building? Do we have a bond on the building?
I don't know, you tell me, do we have a bond on the building?
When I saw it on the agenda, I quickly tried to find.
Well, the reason that you wouldn't know that, because all of our bonding is wrapped up multiple times, sold again and again and again, and all of our debt is wrapped up in it. I explained that to you when you were telling me how the golf course was making money.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and also, you keep bringing up these euthanasia rates, Jim. I showed you euthanasia rates. You have never showed me any data. You're speaking as if you've seen data and you don't have any data. Who is that from?
This is from the animal people.
The animal people?
All of
The animal
this,
people.
all of this was emailed to every council person.
Very
There's
official.
been very supportive numbers.
Very
that
official. I showed you the state data,
Contradict the
sir.
baloney that you spout, especially when you said there was like 6.6% euthanasia rate at the
I
county.
think this is the
We
public
send more
comment
animals to
section.
death
Thank
than
you,
your
Mr.
number of
McGuckin.
All right,
counties.
let's
I'm gonna shut
get
off my
back
mic.
on target here, please. Let's get back on. Miss, you're on. Just pull it right out. There you go.
Okay.
Name and address, please.
Yes, Dawn Lazar Fradella, and I'm at Jacqueline Court in Toms River. I'm actually reading on behalf of Elizabeth Porcelli. She's a volunteer at the shelter, and she's a college professor who has class, and I said I would do it for her if she couldn't make it. I am writing this letter as a taxpayer and voter in Ocean County and a longtime volunteer, 8 years at the Toms River Animal Shelter. As you're aware, the Toms River Animal Shelter Ordinance was voted in by the council at the behest of the people of Toms River, who have funded it through donations and taxpayer money through the years. We want to keep it that way. It is distressing that one person, the mayor, can just do away with it without considering the will of the people. It goes without saying that the majority of taxpayers are not aware of what is happening with the shelter due to hush methods like not showing the council meetings on YouTube and sending out a propaganda newsletter with bogus statistics and information. Is this a majority view? The people of the town have already objected loudly and expressed this consensus to the mayor and council. They have not changed their direction. As with the reduction of police, they have left us and the animals unprotected. The Northern Ocean County Shelter is already carrying a heavy burden, and to lease this shelter to the county will add an additional cost to its budget. The Toms River Animal Shelter has an endowment fund that will support it for the next 2 years without cost to the taxpayers. So why are we giving this money dedicated to Toms River animals to the county? In addition, the Toms River Animal Shelter does not just handle cats and dogs, but also types of wildlife, including squirrels, possums, snakes, roosters, rabbits, deer, swan, geese, etc., which the Northern Ocean County Shelter does not. The employees and volunteers treat all animals under their care with personal love and compassion. How will giving away our animal shelter help? Also, contrary to the mayor's claims, the Toms River Animal Shelter has a lower euthanasia rate than the county, according to the New Jersey Department of Health Animal Population Control Program, even though the mayor continues to dispute this fact. As a taxpayer and resident of Ocean County, I am asking you stop this lease agreement from passing for the good of all animals and all the people, both volunteers and employees at the animal shelter, who care deeply about the charges and the animal shelter being itself. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please come forward.
Robert Seimer, Washington Street, Toms River. My name is Dr. Robert Seimer. I'm a veterinarian that's been practicing in Toms River for over 30 years. I have worked with the Toms River Animal Shelter since the early 90s during Helen O'Leary, Whitesville Road days. I founded the Calling All Creatures Veterinary Hospital in 2003, and in 2008, my hospital acquired the Toms River Animal Shelter contract for the next 15 years. I was responsible for the care and the servicing of shelter cases for Toms River Township. These included cruelty cases, dog attacks, abandoned pets, pre-adoption checks, injured wildlife cases, and hoarder homes. In 15 years, my hospital examined hundreds of animals a year that had passed through the shelter and animal control. I also performed yearly rabies vaccine clinics at the new facility. The shelter was responsible for the transport of specimens involved in human exposure to potentially rabid animals taken to the state lab. In full disclosure, I no longer practice in Toms River, nor do I have a professional affiliation with the Toms River Animal Shelter. In other words, I have no horse in this race. What I do have is a sincere concern for the consequences of privatizing or restructuring the animal shelter, as I still am a tax-paying citizen of the Toms River Township and a veterinary professional who, in part, is responsible for the prevention of zoonotic diseases like rabies. Secondly, I ask, how will cruelty cases be handled medically and legally? The council is well aware that the litigation of these cases now falls under the jurisdiction of the prosecutor's office. And currently, the shelter acts as a liaison with the veterinarian and the town. Now, the responsibilities of the shelter extend far beyond adopting puppies and kittens. It's a public health issue. There's talk of transferring cases to the Ocean County Shelter. In over 34 years I've been practicing in this town, the Toms River Shelter, not the Ocean County Shelter, has been on the front lines of animal welfare. In my experience, no other municipal animal shelter has played such an integral part in the community's welfare as the Toms River Shelter. While visiting shelters in other counties and states, our current facility is the cleanest shelter I've seen and is run by a well-trained staff providing exceptional quality care. In my professional opinion, the pet and wildlife concerns of a town of almost 100,000 people are far too great to be handled by the satellite clinic of Ocean County Shelter. Finally, a little food for thought. Back in the 80s, there was a debate between those who wanted to close the shelter and keep it open. There was a gentleman who made good arguments to keep it open. Unfortunately, his side prevailed. The younger members who look at the 80s as ancient history might want to familiarize yourself with that gentleman and that dedicated public servant, the Honorable Mayor Rhoda Ness Lightbody. Thank you for your time. God bless America.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. I'm Deborah Geisinger. I'm co-founder and president of the Lost Dogs Search and Rescue. We're a nonprofit organization who have been helping pet owners for over 15 years.
Excuse me, can you
help them
give us
find their
our,
lost dog.
excuse me, can you give us your name and your address, please?
Well, my name is Deborah Geisinger, and my address is 6 Brandy's Court, South Toms River.
Thank you.
Now, as I said, we're a search team. We go out and we help dog owners find their lost dogs. We've been doing it for over a decade. We've worked very closely with the ACOs at every town, but a lot more with Toms River. And what I wanted to say was, we've also worked with A Academy, who, when you privatize, they come in with the lowest bid, so they get the job because they don't care about the quality, but the quantity. And I say that because personally, several years ago, someone reached out to me. They had their neighbors' dogs who were running loose that were emaciated. So I have a lot of ACO's numbers on my phone. I called Liz, who was ACO for A Academy, told her the situation, had her go out there. I called her later. I said, what happened? She said, oh, well, she told me the dogs had a medical condition. That's why they were both like that. I said, did you call the vet? Did you verify that? No, she didn't. A month later, those 2 dogs plus another dog were found starved to death in the garage of this woman who moved out and left them. That wouldn't have happened if they gave a damn to do a little something. Then another A Academy incident, someone reached out to me about 2 pit bulls left outside in below zero weather, called A Academy again. The guy tells me, oh, pit bulls have body fat that they could survive 7- degree weather. I said, are you kidding me? I said, where'd you get that from? The internet. This is his education. Then I said, are you familiar with the ordinance of the town? That dogs are not allowed, and I read the ordinance. He didn't even know them. And this is who you want to privatize and take care of Toms River animals? When the people, the ACOs you have now in Toms River, one has her own nonprofit to educate and help spay and neuter pit bulls. They're animal lovers that you have. They've worked closely with us in helping to capture people's lost dogs. So, why do you want to do this to the town? You've got a perfect thing going, and you want to ruin it.
Right, your time,
And
I'm sorry, but
I just
your
want to say
time-
one last thing, really one last thing. In
Right.
my personal opinion, from everything I've found out, this has nothing to do with the welfare of the animals, but political aspirations of this man who wants to manipulate you. Please do not let him manipulate you.
Ma'am, your
into
time is
doing
up. I'm
his
sorry.
wishes.
Your time is up.
And another
Your time
thing
is
about
up.
the
Your
budget.
time is up, please.
Okay. The
Thank you.
budget
Your time is up, please.
last year had nothing to do with the woman.
Ma'am, come forward. And remember, we're only talking right now about the transfer to the county, okay? So let's stay on topic. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Allison Lemke. I live on Sunset Drive in Lacey Township. And I also have a history of being a manager at Animal Rescue Force in East Brunswick. So I have some experience with what it takes to get animals adopted to the proper homes. A couple of points I wanted to make. First of all, a little complaint that the notice is vague. If you look at Ordinance 13, it says specifically that you're going to lease to a section of block and lot. But this ordinance, Ordinance 12,
I know.
the language is vague and says the leasing of certain municipal property. So that's just a general complaint for the record. Okay, if you took this shelter and instead of having dogs and cats and other various animals, and let's say it adopted out babies, you would be embracing these numbers. You would be looking at this as a wonderful thing, and you certainly wouldn't want to change it, especially giving it to control to an entity that has 3 times the kill rate. So that is just something that doesn't make sense. What are you trying to fix here? And, it really is a matter of perspective. You have to, most people in this room, I think, are looking at this as a problem because they look at it in a humane perspective. And other voters are looking at this with a different perspective. But if you choose yes and vote to pass this ordinance, you are choosing the less humane choice. That is just black and white, very clear. And really, if you choose to pass this ordinance and give control to an entity that has less humane practices, I mean, why do dogs and cats only count? What's the matter of taking care of other animals? They're all living things. And so you have to do the humane thing for everything in your township, not just pick and choose and cherry pick and, look at the, the numbers and this and that. It's just, I don't know how you sleep at night. Really. If you are going to vote for this, I don't know how you do it. So,
Greg.
that is my comment. And I hope you do the right thing. Really, really consider what you're choosing to do and the effects it will have on the living beings in your town. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Debbie Kersey, 14th Street, Toms River, New Jersey. I don't understand why you are making decisions about animals when you have absolutely no experience, no education or idea about what to do, what the right decision is to make. I feel like this is a vendetta that you have against certain people, and you're just trying to advance your agenda. And so you're using the dogs, cats, pigs, rabbits as victims of whatever agenda this is that you have. You sentenced by not allowing 29 dogs or whatever species they were to go to Toms River, and you sent them to Ocean County. 12 of them were killed. That's your fault. 12 of them were killed.
That's just not true.
I don't. 12 of them were killed?
Just not true.
Right, okay.
You have no data on that, and it's completely untrue.
So,
And no matter how many times.
I'm talking to the council, thank you. What is your agenda?
Let her
What are you
finish,
going
please.
to tell the homeowners? Oh, I saved you $20 a year because I privatized, because I sent it over? What is your agenda? I don't understand. They're animals.
If you'd like me to speak, I will, otherwise I won't.
Could you please?
I don't want it.
Could you please just make?
Okay, then don't ask me a
I would
question.
like you
then.
just to make comments, okay? Well, I'm listening very clearly, okay? Just make comments. Let's not get into arguments, because nobody wins in an argument, really.
I don't want an argument. I just want Toms River, who has proven that they are capable of running a very good program. He's going to say what happened in the past, and he brought in his miracle worker to, wave his magic wand, and all of a sudden everything became, all wonderful. We have unicorns now running around on the property. I ask you to make the right decision for the animals. I ask you that. You don't have to always agree with him. I ask you to use your brains and to think about it. You're not saving taxpayers anything, and you're sentencing animals to a very, bad fate. This shelter has proven that they can work. This audience is filled with rescue groups who are willing to work with the shelter, but you have given them absolutely no opportunity to do that. So, give them the opportunity. You have $1 million. I think you're going to be the only mayor in New Jersey who gives up $1 million. I'd quit my job tomorrow if somebody gave me $1 million to run. It could run the shelter for 2 years. Why not give them 2 years to prove that they can do it and then go into this?
Thank you very much for your
Why not?
comments. Thank you.
Council President, before the next person makes comment, I guess under Roberts, I do get an opportunity for a rebuttal, so I would just like to say that,
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to recognize the lawyer to have his time.
I would just, this is, so.
Let's get back in order, folks. You're better than that. Let's get back in order. Go ahead, Mayor.
So, for the woman who just came up and said how great the shelter is run, I would just like to let everybody know here, if you want to just look yourself, all you have to do is Google the Toms River Animal Shelter and read Patch and Asbury Park Press stories from 2022, from 2021, from 2019, and you'll see that the shelter has been poorly run for years and years and years.
Okay, let's move on. Ma'am, you're on. Ma'am.
Julie Adamek, 69 Cedar Grove Road, Toms River. There was a March 2012 Toms River Patch article where $6.4 million was designated for the new shelter, renovation of the police station, and expansion of the municipal court. It was 4 times the size of the old shelter. There was a state-of-the-art facility, and it opened in 2014. The Toms River residents financed the animal shelter, and with the burgeoning population that we have in Toms River, we need our shelter more than ever, which if the county takes it over, it would mean that any dog or cat from the county could go there, not just Toms River ones, with our tax dollars that we spent as residents having exclusively financed it. Now, those tax dollars we spent would pay for the county's added needs, rather than all county residents subsidizing the added county needs. So I have a problem with that. I'm also very concerned about the wildlife that our shelter helps rescue and takes in these injured animals. If there's a rehabber that is filled and can't take that animal, they care for that animal in that time period until the rehabber is free and can take that animal in. Sometimes the animal might be healthy enough to be re-released by the township. That service is going to be gone if we go with the county, because they only deal with cats and dogs, period. And as far as other pets that the shelter takes in, they take in rabbits, they take in reptiles, snakes, guinea pigs, ferrets, etc. Again, the county is not going to take those kind of animals in. So what's going to happen with all these animals? Are all of those animals, wildlife, these other pets, are they all going to be euthanized simply because the township administration made a decision to hand this shelter, who handles all animals, regardless of type, over to the county? So at the end of the day, I'm asking you to think about the ramifications of what your decision means, and to think about these animals. We're out here talking and speaking up for these defenseless animals that don't have a voice. And I do know on this council that there are people that clearly do dislike animals. And that's a shame that animals are not a part of your life. But for those people that do, have animals or had a pet in the past, I'm asking you to vote with your heart as well as your brain.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Crystal Hendricks. I live at Skylark, 536 Skylark Drive. I'm actually reading on behalf of one of our longtime volunteers tonight. I have been a proud Toms River and Ocean County resident for most of my life. My family moved here in 1979, and even after living elsewhere after college, I chose to move home to our beautiful town and county. I have been a volunteer dog walker / socializer at the Toms River Animal Shelter since August in 2015. What first began as an internship for my dog training certification program has become something I'm immensely proud to be a part of and has become one of my reasons for being. Yes, we do operate one of the few municipal shelters remaining in this state. We care for not just dogs and cats, but wildlife as well, which is abundant here in our beautiful town. We've made such great strides, and with the proper support and if given the opportunity, we can be a shining example of what an animal shelter should be like. If we can continue operations as the Toms River Animal Facility, I will immediately begin the process of forming a 501c3 Friends of the Toms River Animal Facility, something I've wished to do for years. Creating a nonprofit partner for our shelter will help us be able to better network with more rescue organizations, create a foster program, and raise awareness by attending local events and fundraisers. I have experience in all but the social media aspect from running a local chapter of the National Canine Cancer Foundation from 2009 to 2013. I have many amazing dedicated volunteers who would gladly join me in this endeavor. We also can offer to make available free or low-cost training classes and services to our new adopters through a partnership with an established local trainer. We can also provide training classes to our volunteers so we can all be on the same page and help our dogs become more adoptable or better prepared for their new homes and families. Speaking of which, I propose we be permitted to resume the use of the animal welfare industry suggested dog behavior assessment to be used to determine adoptability, personality, and areas of opportunity or caution. We can help our animals stay in their forever homes by properly preparing them and their families, thereby reducing the chance that they will be returned to us. Again, these are all things I volunteer to spearhead or assist with as a volunteer, not paid, but just because of my commitment to the dogs, our ACOs, and our animal shelter. And I am not alone in my commitment to continue to build on our successes and keep moving forward. I urge you to please reconsider the plan to turn over our animal shelter to the county's already overburdened animal shelter department. The Toms River Animal Shelter truly provides a necessary and important service to our community that cannot and should not be altered. With our shelter, the lost, abandoned, and surrendered animals of Toms River have a safe place, a healing heaven, and somewhere to call home, the people to call family until they're adopted. It is truly, it truly is a remarkable place that our community, I'm almost done. Our community mayor and town council should be proud of and are so lucky to have. Our animal shelter is one of the things that makes our neighbors
Okay,
feel
you're
safe.
done, miss. I'm sorry, but your time is over,
towns
okay?
such as
Your time
Philip.
is over. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. Jody Kayazza, 3 Hyacinth Court, Kareem Ridge, New Jersey. I have down here that I've been in Ocean County 40-some years. I actually am underestimating my own age. It's more than 50. In any event, my opinion is the more merging, the further away decision makers are from the front line. I looked online and I can't find any board that's dedicated to the Toms River Shelter. When my parents were resident managers of the Shelter Inc. in Brick, now Jersey Shore Animal Shelter, from 68 to 72, there was a board. The board meetings were at the shelter with several staff members present. And
Ma'am, can I interrupt you just 1 second? Folks in the back, can you still hear okay? You all right?
Okay.
Okay, just try to get a little closer to the mic. Thank you so much. I know it's tough.
It's a short people thing.
I hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The board meetings were at the shelter with several staff members present. And before each meeting, they toured the shelter, spoke with staff and potential adopters. They wanted a real read on what was going on. You need this kind of involvement from the people that make decisions. Frontline staff really knows what goes on because they live with the results of the decision makers' choices. A Academy Termite and Pest Control, the very name tells you what they're equipped to do. I dealt with them when there were stray rabbits in Brick. They met me at the neighborhood to plan how we could corral the stray rabbits. All he did was say, "We don't do rabbits, nothing we can do," then left. It was a waste of gas money and his salary even sending him out. With no support from animal control or residents, there was nothing I can do. And what happened to those rabbits? They were killed by neighborhood kids with pellet guns. A prime example of how the system does not work, totally unacceptable. It was mentioned in one of the newspaper articles that ACOs usually have a list of wildlife rehabbers. When I get calls about cottontails and send them to rehabbers, it's hard for people to even get a call back because rehabbers are overwhelmed, just like shelters and rescues. Time and time again, people call me back because calls are not returned, even days later. Sidebar to this, shelters need to be mandated to work with domestic rabbits. When shelters don't do rabbits, they refer to rescues. Rescues are unregulated, and in my decades of doing rescue, I've seen more than a few are nothing more than hoarders, breeders, or people that don't have a clue. Sidebar. Wouldn't take much to kind of regulate rescues. A phone call to the vet to see how they care for animals, dogs, cats, rabbits, birds, etc., and a quick video chat to see where they're housed. A little effort and a fair amount of strain can be taken off shelters and save taxpayer dollars as well. Spend a little more money so shelters can handle rabbits because they come a feral species like cats. And again, I think you need to make your decision based on the opinions of frontline workers. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Donald Bonica, 1916 Kenilworth Court, Toms River. Some of you folks know me. I am a federal wildlife rehabilitator. I am the man. For 45 years, I have been treating birds at my avian center. In excess of 62,000 birds we've taken in at this point in time. The Toms River Animal Control Officers are some of the finest guys I've worked with. Unfortunately, I am the only licensed rehabilitator from the Raritan River to Cape May on the coast of New Jersey for avian species. I deal with many, many facilities, many animal shelters. We've got a great facility in Toms River. You've got to be looking at this a little more seriously. There are a lot of problems with the wildlife that is not being addressed. We have problems with avian flu. We have problems with West Nile disease. We have botulism. There's a lot of diseases that the folks that are control animal officers know about, work with me. I get 25 to 30 phone calls a day. It's my wife and myself. We do it voluntarily. I'm paid by nobody. But I can tell you this honestly, that if this goes through, the 10 or 15 calls I get from Toms River, if there's nobody there to answer the phone, I will direct them to the mayor's office. Unfortunately, to give you a prime example, Monday night, I've got 5 phone calls between 9:30 and 10:30 in the evening. There was a swan down on the road. You have to help the public, gentlemen. There's nobody to take care of these animals. I have to turn these people, I can not help them, and there's no way to take them. I don't have an answer for the people. Call the animal control, call the shelters. If they're not there, there's no place else to get them. We cannot do it, and you really have to think about this again in the future. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name's Michelle Goodwin. I live in Island Heights, but I was a Toms River resident for 25 years. I'm a volunteer at the Toms River Animal Shelter, and I've been a volunteer for over 5 years. It's a wonderful place, despite what everybody up here says, and I know firsthand the good work that they do because I've seen it firsthand. There's a lot of emphasis on all the negatives, but I'd like to briefly touch on the positives because the positives never come out. The negatives always overshadow everything. And I want to tell you why the shelter is so important to the animals and the people of Toms River. So despite what has been said or what people think or what has been written, the people who work at the shelter, from the ACOs to the administrative staff to the volunteers, all care about these animals. There's a lot said about the euthanasia rates, but I've seen firsthand how the people at the shelter try very hard to prevent this from happening, and I'll give you an example. We had a cat a few years ago. Name was Aster. Very unfriendly and not adoptable. Instead of sending him to county right away, where of course he would have been euthanized, they worked very hard to get him to go to a rescue. He's on a farm now, and he's thriving to this day. There's also another cat named Slater. He was there before I got there. He's been a long-term resident, and the shelter staff actually put him on a diet with the help of a vet to help him lose weight and be more healthy. Now, what shelter would ever do that? It's a testament to the shelter how other animals besides cats and dogs come in and are taken care of, and other people have mentioned other animals. Since I've been there, I've seen pigs, rabbits, snakes, baby raccoons, even an osprey a few months back, a lizard, and other birds. What would happen to these animals if there was no local shelter and the only place to go would be a county shelter? Well, first of all, they wouldn't go there, and if they did, we all know what would happen. As long as there are irresponsible people, there will be full shelters. Since the number of irresponsible people will probably never diminish, there's a big need for the Toms River Animal Shelter. If it closes and is taken over by the county and not utilized as it is now, animals would go to the overcrowded shelter in Jackson or somewhere else, and we all know what would happen. I'm asking you to do the right thing for animals who don't have a voice, for animals who don't choose to be in a shelter. They don't want to be there. Please let the Toms River Animal Shelter continue as it is. I know the bottom line for any politician is always money, but please be decent human beings and do what's right for the innocent animals. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Barbara Seifer. I've been a resident of the Toms River area for over 70 years.
Could you give us your address, please?
Right now I'm in 820 Pacific Avenue in Beechwood.
Okay, thank you.
That's where I'm in now. I've also been working here at the shelter for over 6 years, and I've been an RN in this area for over 50. So I'm very, very well versed in what goes on in the Toms River area. I've been at the shelter for over 6 years, and like Michelle was saying before me, this is an unbelievable amount of people that you meet there. The most kind, caring, they go above and beyond to help these animals. They do whatever it takes to find them a home, whether it's through training or rescue. This is a stepping stone for each and every animal, whether it be a dog, cat, rabbit, bird, etc. We here at the shelter give everyone unconditional love. The ACOs, staff, and volunteers are truly very special people and caring people. And when an animal arrives at the facility, special attention is given to each and every animal on a one-to-one basis. I feel a shelter goes above and beyond in caring for any animal that comes in. Again, we get everything, cat, dogs, pigs, goats, you name it. There's an animal out there with 4 legs or even 2, we got them. Evaluations are ongoing continually when these animals are here. They keep reevaluating the animals, see what they can do to make them more adoptable, how they can train them. They give them so much extra time and love. You have no idea unless you come there and watch this. Even if it's for one night, when people have their dogs lost, they can feel safe that they're at the Toms River Shelter because they are taken care of and they're watched and they're reached out to these animals and met again with their owners. I feel that if you make the shelter a county shelter, it would just be another place for animals to go, and inevitably it would become overcrowded. Gets overcrowded, you know what's going to happen. Euthanasia. I don't care what you say. They're not going to keep a dog long or a cat. Oh, we got to make room for the new up-and-coming people. Toms River Shelter has maintained high standards of care, which they use to ensure the health, both behavioral and physical, of all animals that come in, whether it's not just a dog or cat, whatever comes in, they take care of. Our shelter is very clean, it's organized, we're like a family. For all those reasons, this is why I like being there so long. Please don't break up our home, don't risk our family, don't risk the animals, keep us together. You have no idea, come see for yourself what kind of place this really is. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Robert Burns, 531 Lily Road in Toms River. I'm just going to be objective here, watching everything. And
could you flip the mic up just a little bit?
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Should get the one with the cable.
Yeah,
in it.
you're right.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
That. 531 Lily Road. And I'm just going to be objective here. It comes down to how the people of this town want to define this town. Animal shelter or animal control. Well, it seems they want it animal shelter. But in spite of how you feel about him, you don't know the job he does. We don't know if he's a master accountant or what. He's trying to balance the budget. He balanced the budget, and I don't have to pay property tax increase, and I absolutely appreciate that. And the town attorney knows the laws and policies. They are managers. You guys say they know nothing about animals, but we may not know anything about running a town. All right? So, here's a suggestion. One guy actually came up with a really good suggestion I think we ought to do. We should charge for animals. Absolutely. because when we place a dollar value on an animal, only the people who really want them will pay for them. And here's something Justin Lamb can appreciate. This is a bank card. You know what that is? If any abuser buys an animal, that's traceable evidence for a prosecutor. We find them, oh, you took it from our animal shelter? Really? You're going to make us look bad? Oh yeah, we're going to stick it to you now. And I'll tell you, these guys are greedy. They don't want to pay for nothing. So they're not going to come to our animal shelter and shoot up our rabbits and turn our dogs into targets for pit bulls. No, they're not going to do that. And it would bring some money back into the kitty to help at the animal shelter. And I'll tell you a real quick story. A friend of mine who's a minister, he was a rich Christian businessman, and he retired so he could go minister to other countries. And he came up with some study material, and he was going to give it out. And he talked to a friend of mine who was a pastor who passed away. He said, I'm going to give it to him. He said, don't give it to him. Charge them for it, even if it's a little bit of money. He goes, but I want to, no, charge them for it. If they pay for it, they'll put a value on it. Anybody who pays for an animal in an animal shelter puts a value on that animal. And then it supports the animal shelter for more animals that can be valued. So I agree with the guy. We should charge for animals. Here's another suggestion, just so you know I'm not talking out here. I think that all these animal shelters, I'll be real quick, all these animal shelters should have a site listed what town, what animals. When the animal's gone, they take it off the site. That way, if somebody in Sussex County wants a particular dog, they could come down here and get it.
Sir, I hate to interrupt, but
Oh, that's fine.
I got to keep going fairly,
no
okay?
problem.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate your comments. Thank you.
Well, I leave it to you guys. Then if you come up with any
Sir,
way
sir,
to help,
you're
help
done.
the mayor,
You're done,
bring
sir.
it to his attention
Thank you.
to help him.
Next.
Give him a hard time.
Yes, sir.
Tom Fridella, 752 Jacqueline Court, Toms River. First off, Click, were you able to pass off that zip file that I asked for everyone? 10 pages? All right. I assumed that my numbers were going to be challenged because I put together the numbers. So in addition to that spreadsheet that I put together, I also included the official numbers reported by each shelter, 21, 22, 23. Those are their numbers. It's not what got transposed from that form to the state form. It's their numbers. So you can look at those and you can confirm that I'm telling you the truth. You all got those? Right in front of them. Okay. Sorry, I'm still mad we didn't get to talk about this issue. You know, when I was 18, I came to my first town meeting in Bayville. I grew up there, and I wanted to ask folks like how things went. So some folks grabbed me and my buddy up, and they said, "Come on over, to a house. We're gonna go have some coffee. We'll tell you how it goes." Next thing you know, I'm running for school board. Okay, I had no idea what I was doing. They told me to go register. I registered to vote. They gave me a form. They said, "Get this signed by a couple of people." They raised some money. Okay, this is coming to them. Okay, and we were sent to a school. We were sent to a school to make a comment about things that we didn't know about. So I didn't talk. Okay? The whole experience was awful, but what I learned was don't talk about shit you don't know about. Okay? So, I think I've done my best to make sure that I was accurate. While the town may consider these pets, these cats, these dogs, these birds, these iguanas, they consider them property. We consider them family. If you go to Nashville, there's a beautiful mural on the wall. 2 kids with their heads in their cell phones and a little pit bull with a cape. And it says, "Don't worry, I'll save you, and I'll save your brother tomorrow." The connections that humans make with their animals provide a tremendous value to the citizens, to the taxpayers, to the families. They aren't just property. Okay? My numbers are correct. Don't say that I'm lying about my numbers. You make whatever case you want. Do not say that I'm lying about numbers. You have it in front of you. I made sure that all of you got the same information so you could make an educated decision. And you have a town right here supporting my.
Come forward, ma'am.
So this time I'm speaking on behalf of myself, Dawn Lazar Fidella, 752 Jacqueline Court. I recently, in the last few months, started volunteering at the shelter and can attest to everything that has been said for everyone who stood up. This town, those who work there, those who volunteer there, genuinely care about the animals. And despite a few years back when things weren't going well and the numbers weren't looking good, they've been on an upward trend for the last 2 years and do now qualify as a no-kill status, which is pretty impressive. So to say that the shelter is not performing or underperforming and that Ocean County is doing better is simply not true. And despite staffing issues, lack of volunteers, they've still performed better. And that's something that needs to be considered in transitioning it over to a shelter that's not performing as well, where animals clearly are being killed for space or whatever reason. So it's just something that I wanted to speak out to really think about, because it seems as though even though there's been challenges, they've still persevered. And to think with that $1 million, what they could do in the next 2 years, getting more volunteers, more program, because let me tell you, I volunteered, I had to get fingerprinted and background checked. You don't even have to do that to adopt an animal. That's a problem. Just saying. So there's a lot of people here that I know would be willing to come in and give their time. Another person got up and spoke about a 501(c) to help with the adoptions and improving and programming. We could certainly do that. We just need the hands untied so that we can do it. So I just urge you to really think about what this shelter means to the town, what the animals mean to the town, because it is more than just money, and we could do a lot if our hands weren't tied. Thank you.
Right. Can I just interrupt 1 second? There's 4 people in line. At that time, we're going to close comments, public comments on this topic. Okay? There's 4 people. There's 4 people in line. I'm going to stop the discussion after those 4 people. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. I just wanted to share this poster. I think everyone on this panel here has already seen these animals. I work with Best Friend Dog and Animal Adoption.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, can we have your name and address, please?
Sure. Lauren Denoma. I live in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, and I run a rescue based in Cranford, New Jersey. Having been involved in rescue efforts for over 16 years and working closely with numerous shelters, I can confidently affirm that Toms River sets the gold standard for excellence in animal welfare. Each animal and their care is embraced with open arms and showered with kindness and empathy. Their tireless efforts, the tireless efforts of the devoted staff and volunteers create a nurturing environment where vulnerable animals can heal, flourish, and ultimately find their forever homes. And I can assure you that many creatures on this poster required quite a bit of care and nurturing. And they did not hesitate to do that and do the most important thing they could do, is reach out for help. And this is why they are the gold standard. They don't shy away from reaching out to rescue groups and asking for assistance to provide medical care that might be needed. I can tell you that maybe 2 weeks ago, I pulled a dog out of there. Her name is Zena. She came in with a pyometra. Do you know what that is? It's a horrific infection of the uterine lining where she would have been dead if they didn't call me and say, Lauren, you got to step in. We can't save her. We don't have the means to do it. This is how much they care. You need to care about the animals in your township. Please save this shelter. Thank you.
Excuse me 1 second. Sir, in the back of the line, I said we were going to have the next 4 people and then we were going to discontinue, and you have had a chance to speak, so I am going to cut it off after the next 3 people, okay?
Mr.
Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Coleman, didn't we set a rule day one that it was 90 minutes per topic?
I did not set that rule for tonight.
I believe it's in there,
Jim.
90 minutes per topic.
No.
We all disagreed.
No, Jim. That was for that meeting, Jim. I'm sorry.
So we can
Go
just,
ahead.
we can just arbitrarily decide that we've heard enough public comment?
Jim, I think we got the point very clearly. I totally understand what people are saying.
We're not correcting it, getting the point, and doing something about it are two
Jim,
different things.
did you hear what I said? Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
My name is Joe Prince. My wife Amy Prince is sitting in the back. Just wanted to share with you
So your address, please?
how grateful,
Your name and
1959 Railway Avenue East in Ortley Beach.
Thank you.
And we just adopted a dog from the shelter 8 months ago. His name's Ozzy. We lost our dog about a year ago, and obviously we're dog people. You must know that. He was 130 pounds. We adopted Ozzy. He's 15 pounds. We love him. He's a great dog. He has a lot of issues, but we're willing to take care of that dog. And I'm telling you, we just love this dog. That's the first experience. Those people at the shelter were great, absolutely great. They found Ozzy on the street, tied to a fence with a chain, and they took him into the shelter, and they were looking for adoptable people to adopt him. They found us, and we're so glad. 15 years ago, we've been in this Ortley Beach for a long time. 15 years ago, our dog, Gretchen, got out somehow through the fence, wound up getting hit by a car on Route 35. We called, they came, they saved her life, and they came right away. And I don't think a town this large should be looking to a shelter somewhere far away. I don't know, every town that I've ever seen, they have a dog shelter, and Toms River is huge. It's huge. How could you not have a dog shelter for your own town?
Sir.
This big.
Sir, we are not closing the shelter. There are people who are yelling, but we're not closing our shelter. The shelter is going to be taken over and run by the county.
All right.
So it's not closing.
Sir.
You'll still be able to adopt dogs there. It's just going to be run by the county.
You're not going to have a local
Can I
a local
please have
presence.
order? Can I please have order? Thank you.
It'll still be right here in Toms River. We're leasing it to the county. The county's going to run the shelter down the block.
All right.
That's
sir,
what this,
I don't think they're going to respond the way they did.
Enough.
And I don't think they're going to
Enough.
save Ozzy.
I said enough, and I meant
I
it.
don't think they're going to save Ozzy.
Excuse me. This is my meeting. That's enough. Yes, ma'am. Your turn.
Good evening.
Good evening.
25 years ago,
Name and
I
address,
stood-
please.
Oh, Lydia
Name and
Scott,
address. Ma'am.
5 Bassett Court,
Thank you.
Toms River, New Jersey, representing Save Rescue Shelter. 25 years ago, we did this here. We were at the old shelter. I told you last time we took the animals off site. We did Founder's Day. Mr. McGuckin could vouch for that, if you remember me. We had a lot of years back there. But let's go forward. The town's people, we put the shelter on the map. Most residents didn't even know Toms River had a shelter because it was on Whitesville Road, very small. Once it was established that we have our own shelter, it was deemed inadequate. Hence, the people advocated for the new shelter. This is why we have one. So that would be going backwards to pass it forward. I do understand there's a game plan, but I'm asking to reevaluate that perhaps a little bit down the road, because now the township has grown. We took animals off-site. We're the only rescue that was allowed to do that. We got them adopted out. The township got the money. We did Founder's Day. We had 300 Entenmann's cakes and water that we got donated, and I sold them on Founder's Day in the heat for Toms River Shelter. We've moved on. This is going backwards. So, Get somebody to run it proper. You have the best ACOs you can ask for. You have a town full of rescues. Our phones are going off the hook because kittens are dropping now. We paid for spaying and neutering for this shelter. We bought stuff for this shelter. I worked at shelter 4 months, typing all the reports. And just the other day, I called a person because she donated 2 labeled pocketbooks for our fundraiser, Save Fundraiser. And I called her personally to thank her. She adopted from Whitesville Road through us. She remembered that we were on site adopting animals out with overseeing. We just take the shelter over. You know, there was the director there. But she was so happy all those years ago that she still donates to us because she remembers and she sees the job we do. You have rescues that are getting bombarded. I'm sure Toms River's phone is ringing off the hook because of the weather. The kittens are dropping a little early. So we don't have time for this. Do the right thing, move forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And the gentleman behind you, I'm going to extend you a courtesy and let you come up, even though I said she would be the last one, but I'm going to give you the courtesy to do so, but you will be the last one, okay, sir? Thank you.
Hi, good evening. Hi, I'm Mary Beth Koch. I'm the president of Rescue Ridge. We were formed in 2002, and I have worked...
Did you give us your address? I'm sorry.
That's okay. 1700 Riviera Court in Point Pleasant.
Thank you.
Okay. We have worked with the Toms River Shelter for years. My rescue personally adopted out 165 dogs last year at $400, our adoption fees are, and majority of them were pit bulls. They're wonderful animals. 238 cats were adopted at $150 each. Because you guys aren't charging for the animals, you're giving them away for free. That is terrible, absolutely terrible. I'm embarrassed to even say that you guys would do something like that. Okay, so I've been working for the Toms River Shelter for years. They are an amazing facility. They're clean, they're organized, and they have dedicated staff. They work tirelessly with the rescues and your community to get these dogs adopted and to safety. Toms River has a population of approximately 98,000 residents, okay? And according to the National Pet Survey, approximately 70%, that's 68,000 homes, have pets. Okay, so Toms River should be proud of this shelter. I mean, one person was, she donated $1 million to you. She was proud of you too. I get so upset. Animals are family to most of us. Okay, most of the Toms River residents appreciate the benefits they can get from this facility. So come on, Mayor, I mean, come on. Open up your eyes, open up your heart, see what the people want. And do not have a county shelter because it will be high kill. And you will see, your residents will not be happy with that when they read this in the paper, that all these animals are being killed because you want to close the Toms River Shelter.
Yes, sir, you're on.
Yes, Bob Tormolin, 109 Messenger Street, Toms River. I just have a quick comment here on the ordinance itself. Where it says authorizing the leasing of certain municipal properties. Why isn't it spelled out what property it is? This could be any property.
Mr. McGuckin?
It's not. The lease attaches and indicates the block and lot as the exhibit to the ordinance, so it's perfectly valid.
Mr. McGuckin,
Why
put it
doesn't
on.
it say it on here that for the animal shelter?
It doesn't need to. It says we're
So-
leasing property for the purpose of an animal shelter.
It says
And
here,
Are you reading the title on the, did you read
certain
the entire?
municipal property.
Did you read the entire ordinance?
Pursuant to NJ 40A-1214B.
That's
Does
the
that say
title.
animal
That's
shelter?
the title. The ordinance refers to the lease, which identifies the property.
There's no property listed. It said, sir, this could
Sir,
be.
you're looking at the agenda for the meeting, not the ordinance itself. And the ordinance itself includes the lease agreement.
Why doesn't
which-
the agenda for the meeting have on so the
It's not
public knows
required.
exactly what it is?
That I can't answer, but I can tell you what is not legally required.
Okay, it's not, we have a lot of things not legally responsible here in this board. The other thing is, I really resent the mayor making a comment to people coming up here with facts and figures, calling them liars, especially since we look in the past. And I just want to go over some of the things that I've called the mayor out on lies. First of all, the Sandon Ortley, he said the former administration paid $500,000. Like I said last time, it was $304,000.
Sir, does this address the ordinance?
No, it addresses the mayor, who seems to address everybody when.
Sir, we have to address the ordinance. You'll have a chance to speak at the end of the meeting if you wish to discuss something else,
No,
okay?
It is.
All right?
It does really, because
Sir,
a comment was made about.
please directly
about
at the
figures.
ordinance, all right? I'm asking you kindly, please.
Okay.
All right?
Figures are all wrong.
You'll have a chance at the end. Sir, I'm cutting off the public comments as I announced twice already. I gave that gentleman courtesy to come up. No, sir, I said we're done. We're done. I'd like a motion to close the public portion.
Motion to close.
Second.
Motion to adjourn.
Aye. Are any opposed?
Motion to move 12, please.
A motion was made by Councilman Lamb.
To discontinue public comment.
Public comment was closed. There was a
Motion to
motion.
move 12. To speak.
And then there was a motion to move the ordinance by Councilman Lamb. Is there a second?
Yes.
Before we go there, Councilman Nivison asked to speak, and I forgot to let him speak. Mr. Nivison?
Okay, first of all, I think we're going to be bringing back an adoption fee. That was just a temporary thing to clear out an overcrowding situation. Okay, I've not heard, I need undivided attention. I've not heard one person tell me they want the shelter to go to the county. My constituents. Not one person, okay? As for saving money, I'm a farmer. I don't waste money. And I certainly don't want to waste your money, the taxpayers. But you can't put a price on human emotion and compassion for animals, okay? It's always prudent to do due diligence, and I haven't read the lease. I just got it tonight. I got home from work at 6 o'clock, barely got a chance to look at it, found lots of problems with it, okay? I make a motion to table this indefinitely.
Second that motion.
There was a motion on the floor. Mr. Nivison.
First of all, who gives 30 years, who gives a lease for 30 years right off the bat? Unheard of.
Mr. Nivison.
Okay, the money, they said that the $1 million can go to anything, the animals or repairs. What if it needs a roof the first year? $1 million for the roof. Okay, I have lots of problems with this lease. I have problems with the county taking it over. The mayor knows how passionate I am about this. I say table it indefinitely, and we revisit this at another time.
Can I ask you?
Folks, let's get back.
Council President, there's a motion on the floor.
Councilman
Second
Lamb would
the motion.
also, Councilman Lamb would like to speak also.
Just had a quick question for you, Mr. Nivison.
Yes.
And for all of you, I've been listening patiently for 2 months about this issue and taking a lot of information.
And it's a no-brainer.
Okay.
It was a no-brainer from day one. No-brainer.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, there's a little passion here,
Can I ask you a question? Or?
I have 150 animals of my own, okay? For the comment, we don't like animals, and 75% of them are rescues, okay?
I just want to ask you a quick
That I
question.
pay for, take care of every morning, noon, and night,
All right.
by myself,
Thank you.
with my wife.
Well, I'll direct it to everybody out in the audience. And maybe to you too, Mr. Nivison, since you're passionate. If the county does such a... If the county does such a terrible job,
Let's let him speak. Come on, you people had your turn.
Can
too.
anybody go to the county board of health and go to these county commissioner meetings and actually bring it up? I mean, if they do such a terrible job, the data was just.
We're not really caring about how the county does it.
Well, no.
It's about how we do it.
No, but they say they do a terrible job. I got numbers, I just got these numbers, and the county the county adopted 1,000 animals last year, so.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. We have a first and a second.
The motion, actually, no, there was a motion from Councilman Lamb first.
No, there was a motion to table this!
Lamb. There was a motion to table this! There was a motion from Lamb. There was a motion from Lamb for 12.
You need to tear the Band-Aid off.
There was a motion from Lamb for 12 that what came before that motion. It came before that motion. It came before that motion. It came before that motion. Mr. McGuckin, which motion came first, from 12 or the table?
All right, I'm sorry. You're all out of order.
Mr. Lamb's motion was made first, however, a motion to table is always in order.
Okay, all right.
Motion to table.
All right, I'm good. I got it. I'm sorry, would you say that again?
A motion to table is always in order, so the motion to table would be voted on first.
Okay.
A motion to table this ordinance was made by Councilman Nivison and seconded by Councilman Quinlisk. Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Tear the Band-Aid off.
Councilman Quinlisk, your vote?
I vote to, I'm sorry.
To table.
To table, yes.
Councilman Sikosi?
Before I vote, I want to thank everyone here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And keep coming back until the lines are out the door, down the stairs, and into the courtyard. We won't be silent. I vote to table it. These are God's creatures. These are God's creatures. And it says a lot about a person that's willing to do this, their character as a human. It says everything what's going on in this town. It's evil and ugliness what's happening here.
Councilman Lamb, your vote to table?
No.
Councilman Loebman?
No.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
No.
Council President Coleman?
No.
The vote on the initial motion is now appropriate. There should be a roll call on the first motion.
So the motion to move the ordinance was made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Council Vice President O'Toole. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Sikosi?
No.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
No.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Absolutely not.
Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Item 13 is an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, authorizing the mayor to execute and the township clerk to attest to a lease agreement with Docksider Marina LLC to lease a section of block 1097.01, lot 172.
Can I say one
for
other thing,
township-owned-
Mike? I'm sorry. We haven't even had a chance to study this lease that we voted on. I got it 6 o'clock tonight
Tom.
while I was eating.
All right, please.
This is BS. I'm sorry. We just voted on something, we have no idea. I know I'm out of line. Throw me out.
No, I don't want to do that.
You can't throw you out.
All right, proceed, Mike.
Item 13 is an ordinance of the Township Council of Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, authorizing the mayor to execute and the township clerk to attest to a lease agreement with Docksider Marina LLC to lease a section of block 1097.01, lot 172, for township-operated recreational kayak launch and associated amenities. This is a final reading.
Make a motion, move 13, please.
There's a public hearing on this as it's
Yes.
final.
Anybody wish to comment on this? Yes, sir, please come forward. And remember, we're commenting on this ordinance, okay? At the end of the meeting, you can talk about anything you want. Okay.
Well, I
Right.
feel that it's about this ordinance, Dennis Galanti, Toms River, 1149 Cherokee Court.
Press on.
My question is, this ordinance in its entirety was on the Toms River Township website. Why wasn't the animal shelter there along with it? That's my question to you, and I don't want an answer.
Anyone else? Motion to move the ordinance? Oh, I'm sorry. Apologize. Sir, why don't you please come to the center aisle and come to the microphone? Go ahead, sir.
Did you all read this one?
Just want to point out to you that
Name and address, sir?
1959 Railway Avenue East, Ortley Beach. Ozzy's our dog now. I just want to point out to you that I don't know when this meeting was scheduled or the information about it was published, but the only reason we found out about it is because we visited the shelter to volunteer. And I don't know why
Sir, we're
we
supposed to
weren't
comment-
aware
Excuse
of
me,
this.
sir,
And I know
sir,
Mr.
we're-
Lamb
we're
was
right-
at Ortley
I'm going to have
Beach,
you removed
but
if you don't listen to me.
them.
And right now, the comments about this ordinance, okay? Sorry, I have a responsibility to run an organized meeting, and right now, we're on that, we're right now on that ordinance. Any other comments? Any other comments about this ordinance?
It's not an organized meeting because none of you are quiet throughout the meeting. That's why it's not organized. Because none of you are quiet throughout the meeting, and we can't even hear each other talk up here.
Motion to close
Take-
public.
Sir, you wish to comment on this ordinance? Please come forward. No, not the shelter ordinance. No, we've done with that. We're done. We're done. Thank you. All right, please, do we have a motion to approve this ordinance?
Is there a motion to close public comment?
Motion to close public.
Yeah, you have a second? Closing? Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No.
You want to
Motion moves. Public comments closed.
Not to vote.
Is there a motion
Okay.
to move the ordinance?
Make that motion, move the ordinance, please.
The motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Council Vice President O'Toole. Councilman Lamb?
Just want to thank the mayor and administration for working to get this, keep this kayak launch available, because I was at I don't know if I told earlier at the meeting, I was at the OBVTA meeting. I believe the president is here, Anthony Colucci. About 120 residents showed up on Saturday, and they were very happy to have that kayak launch, the new launch that we set up at Bayside Park, but more importantly, the old launch at the Dockside, which again, the administration worked hard to negotiate and keep as well. So I vote yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
First, I got to say, I am really happy that people are more passionate about 90 kayak racks. Like, is that the biggest issue we have?
It's important over
We're
there,
going to
Jim,
do
yeah.
that instead of hearing the voice
Yeah,
of
it
the
is.
people?
It's important.
About the animals,
It's important to
whether-
my residents over there, Jim,
90
it is. yeah.
I'm sure it
It's
is.
very important to
Can we just
them.
have a vote,
sure it
please?
If you went to your own meetings, your own homeowners association
I'd
meetings,
like to
in your
continue with
ward,
the
you know
vote,
it's important
please.
to them.
I would like to continue with the vote, please.
Coleman, that was my time. That was my time. 90 people are going to get kayak racks, and I'm very happy for them. But there's far more people that have pets and will be adopting pets that aren't going to get the same satisfaction that 90 residents for Justin Lamb's ward are going to get. Just saying.
Councilman Quinlisk, what is your vote?
I really don't know how to answer that because I want to say I'm not going to answer it.
Township's making, Jim, I don't know, did you read this one? Or
I did.
It's a lease and the township's actually.
No,
Okay.
90 kayak racks.
No. That's not what we're voting on.
No, Jim, that's not what we're voting on. This is for Dockside, Jim. You asked me to extend the lease. Do you remember that?
No.
You did. You asked me to extend the lease with Dockside.
Excuse me, it's Councilman Quinlisk's vote. Can I
I
have
will
your vote,
vote
please?
yes, only because it's cheaper than the original lease was, but no, I don't remember talking to anybody about extending this at all because.
you negotiate the lease?
Council President Coleman, your vote, please.
What
Yes.
most people care about kayaks.
Moving to the consent agenda. All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion. enacted by one motion in the form listed below. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired on any item, that item will be considered separately.
I need to remind the room, everybody, that we studied the code, and it says for resolutions, the community has a chance to ask on any particular resolution that it come up for a separate vote. But there is no further discussion on the resolution, but you can ask for a separate vote, and council has the right to address those that are asked to be held. So I'm going to ask the community right now, looking at all the resolutions, do you have any that you would like to be held for a separate vote? Yes, sir.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, wherever it goes.
I don't even know where.
That's very mature. Thank you.
You know what?
Thank you very much. We'll take that into advisement. Would any councilman like to comment on Resolution A?
I'd like
Here,
roll call and discussion on A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through X.
I don't get why this is so funny.
We're here to serve the people.
Councilman, go ahead. You can start with A. Go ahead.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait.
Go ahead.
Are we doing all of them separate as
We're all
requested?
doing
Okay.
separate.
So then, all right.
Yep. Councilman, go ahead with A.
There is no vote on the consent agenda itself. We will vote on each individual resolution.
Correct.
Item A.
Jim, A.
Move A. Move A.
Have a motion to move A, resolution. Any second? Have a second, Mr. Harvis?
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Iveson. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Sikosi?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Yes. Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Move B.
We have a motion to move Resolution B. We have a second.
I'm sorry, who's the second?
Second, Councilman Loman.
Motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman.
Hold on.
There was a first and a second.
Hold
I
on.
need an explanation why, what the error was on this license.
Mike, can you help him with that?
I can answer that, sure. So there's 3 separate resolutions that need to be sent to the ABC for any new liquor license. This was one that was approved back in September, the very first of those 3.
Call that.
We accidentally, in the body of the resolution, called it a distribution license when it was actually a consumption license. So the ABC just needs an updated resolution correcting that before they can issue.
Very easy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay,
But
we
it was
have.
going to be
oh,
voted on, not knowing what it was. Just remember that.
You didn't read it?
All right.
We
There
will
wa-
read it.
Just wanted it in the record. Thank you.
Sir, we don't do public comments on resolutions. No, we do not. Excuse me. Would you please?
No, you don't. I don't have.
Not on resolutions.
The township code, I can't ask that.
Do you want to hear the code or not?
Township code for you. Addressing council. Addressing council. No member of the public may address the township council except during the portion of the meeting set aside for public comment pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12. That's the general public comment period. And during the opportunity to be heard upon second reading of an ordinance pursuant to NJSA 40:49-2. Any person desiring to address the council shall first seek to be recognized by the council president. So you have 2 opportunities
Council
to be
President?
heard at the meeting.
So no one can any longer be able to remove an agenda comment.
You could pull them off. You could pull
That's
them
why
off
you
the
have a
consent
right
agenda.
to, that's why you have a right to ask the council.
You could pull them off the consent agenda, and the council will have a separate discussion if one of the council members chooses to.
At the end of the meeting, you certainly can.
That's never been that way.
I'm
You seem to want to use the regulations and rules to the way you want to use them.
I'm sorry, sir, you're a bit out of order. Please sit down.
All right,
Council
Council President, there's a motion on the floor.
Well, I'd like to make a motion that from resolutions C through X, we, again, this is not a, if you want to pull something off, Jim, go ahead, but C through X, and we have a vote for that. I make that motion.
There's already a motion on the floor to approve item B. which was made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. We'll take a vote on that?
Yes.
Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman? Yes. Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. All right, Councilman Lamb, did you want to make that?
Yeah, my motion will be that we, for the balance C through X, if no other council member would like to
Yeah,
discuss.
I-
Well, then pull them, Jim. But I make a motion that we have, after that balance, we make a vote for that balance. Thank you.
Do we have a second?
No. No.
Do we have a second?
A second.
Ms. O'Toole just seconded.
O'Toole seconded.
A second was made by Council Vice President O'Toole. But I'm sorry, can we, the motion was to approve C through X, correct?
But if I've asked for a roll call and a discussion on these things, how would that trump it? Otherwise, why do we bother having a council meeting if Justin Lamb is going to start dictating we're cutting it down to 3 minutes and that we're not going to listen to any of these things?
Council
How
President.
does this work? Why are we up here? How about we just have Justin Lamb, Mayor Roderick, and perhaps John Solanas just make all the decisions and nobody has any input?
Jim?
Can we do that?
You have a right to talk about any of
wasn't
those
mo-
resolutions that
I
you would like.
called all these out and we're going to talk about
I
them.
have a motion and a second.
Go ahead. We're on C. Go ahead,
Mr.
Jim.
McGuckin, do you have a legal opinion on this?
Unless if the council president wishes to entertain the motion, he can. If not, he can move forward with what he requested of Councilman Quinlisk.
So you can do either or, Craig.
How? How if I've already made a motion and I want these on discussion? I don't
We're just
understand.
doing this as a game.
You made a request, it was not a motion.
All right, let's go through this. If that's what Jim wants to do, let's get this
All right.
over with. Come
So-
on, Jim. Go ahead. C, Jim.
Okay, C, I had
Motion to
questions.
move C?
C, I had a question on because it talks about abandoned vehicles. I'm wondering if that's all the spare cars. I'm wondering if the public wants to know if that's all the spare cars.
Did
we have,
you
because
read the
I did. It's for the
explanation?
public's information, not
Tell us
mine.
about it, Jim. Why don't you tell us
Why don't
about
you
it?
tell- yeah.
The public's agenda just says that it talks about abandoned and unwanted vehicles. It
There are
doesn't say what
3
they are.
vehicles that right now are abandoned that the police are going to have auctioned on, and I believe the day is May 8th, if I'm not mistaken, at the towing facilities location, and anybody is willing to go and view and participate in that. And I believe it's at 11 a.m., if I'm not mistaken. If you need more information like that, call the office, and we'll definitely give the information on that. But it's 3 vehicles. I believe 2 are 2019, and the others are 2014.
You see, Mr. Coleman read the ordinance, Jim. He read the resolution. You should have read it too.
Thank you, sir. At 7 o'clock last night when I got it, I did read it, but they didn't.
He read it, Jim.
They didn't.
He
Thank
read
you
it.
very
You
much
read it.
for
You
chiming
can't
in
read
again.
it.
You're the
Can we
You
can we
can't
move
read
on?
Jim.
Can we move on with the vote,
Move item
please?
C?
Go ahead, take
Move C.
the
Move C,
motion.
please. Motion to move C.
Is there a
Sec-
second?
You have a second? We have a
Motion
second.
was made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman? Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Okay, any council would like to talk about resolution?
Motion D, please.
Do you have to be somewhere?
Is there a
Jim-
second?
Jim, if you want to keep obstructing the meeting, please do. I'll keep to.
Is there a second?
Is there a second on that?
I second that. How's that?
Motion was made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Council Vice President O'Toole. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman? Yes. Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. That was D.
Move E, please.
We have a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Council Vice President O'Toole. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman? Yes. Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution F?
Move F, please.
Is this, sorry, my question on that one was, is this the, for the public's information, is this that newspaper, the state-run media paper that the mayor put out included in this, or is this normal business for printing?
Did you read it, Jim?
Again, thank
I
you,
don't think you
sir.
read it.
All right, there is,
Thank you, sir. I read it. This is for the public's
Tell me about
information.
it. Why don't you tell me about
Council President, there was a motion made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Let's take a vote. Councilman Lamb?
it? Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
No.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution G.
Move G, please.
Motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman? Yes. Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution H.
On
Move H,
H,
please.
the question, I had a question about the delivery of Libri, whatever that is, by this other company. I don't know exactly what that one is. Yes, I did read the ordinance. Thank you very much.
It's not an
So
ordinance.
what is it?
Jim, it's not an
Sorry,
ordinance.
I apologize.
Well, that's a big distinction.
I do apologize.
It's a big distinction.
Okay. Anyway, I read the resolution, and I don't know what the delivery of Libri is for Grubpunk, whatever we're talking about here. So can somebody explain to me? Mr. Coleman, what is it? Mr. Coleman?
Jim, I'm not sure what Libra is, okay?
Council
What
President?
you're about to vote on.
Council President?
Amazing.
Now, wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to pass it off to somebody who knows. So
Good.
we can explain, all right?
Amazing.
Mayor, could you comment on that?
I'm going to pass on comment right now.
Council
This is all the consent agenda. I know Jim wants to have a little fun over here. It's
I
his
don't.
last few months in office.
I don't.
so
Council President?
It's his last few months in office. Let him have a good time. Let him have a good time.
Okay, do I have a...
Again, the question still remains, what is Libri and Drunk?
Council President.
What are they providing for us?
If there's...
There's a vote.
Somebody's got to answer the question, because I
For the
called for
public-
discussion
For the
and
Public
roll
Works,
call.
Jim, you know that?
If you'd
For the
let-
Public Works.
If I can have the floor, I'll answer Councilman
Parts,
Quinless.
Jim. Parts for
What
Public
are we
Works.
buying?
You should know.
I should know.
He should read.
Too.
He should read.
It
I'd like
doesn't
to
say what it is.
recognize the clerk, Mike.
Labrie parts are used for our larger vehicles at Public Works, so Grand Turk is our vendor for the Labrie parts.
Thank you.
It's like saying Ford, Jim. It's like saying
All right,
Ford.
let's continue with the vote. There had a motion and a second.
There was a motion made, there was no second.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman? Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution I.
Move I, please.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Council Vice President O'Toole. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution J.
Move J, please.
Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution K.
Move K, please.
Second.
Motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution L.
Move L, please.
Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution M.
Move M, please.
Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution O.
Motion N, please.
Sorry, we're on to N.
I'm sorry.
Second.
Motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sekozy?
Yes.
Councilman Nivison?
Yes.
Councilman Quinless?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Council President, if we could just make again, a motion for the balance O through X, please.
No, because I have a
you.
question on V.
Well, you can pull that out, Jim.
I'll-
I'll allow Jim
Again.
again to pull it out if he wants.
I don't have to be anywhere. My responsibility is to them.
So do
We're
I.
going through this.
I'm here. I'm here with you. But in an effort here, obviously you're voting yes with all
We're
these.
up, Mr.
You have no
Coleman,
explanation?
We're up to O, please.
All right, let's continue. Resolution O.
Move O, please.
Second.
Motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution P.
Jim, you have a question on P?
Yeah, where is this particular subdivision? Gilbert Avenue, what is it for? Because in the past, Dan Roderick always voted no to any of these type of things. So I was curious as
Can
to
you
why
tell me
the
what
next 3 or 4 came up
Can you
here.
tell me what a subdivision and performance guarantee actually does?
I can,
Tell me.
but it was a question that got answered over the last.
I want to hear you.
Time Dan
I wanna hear-
Roderick asked.
I want to hear you tell me.
I make a motion to move this one.
Why can't you tell me what it is? I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Is there a second?
Second.
We
Councilman
have a
Loebman?
second,
Is that
Mr.
second?
Loebman.
Motion is made by Councilman Quinlisk and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
I thought we were supposed to stop the Lakewood-style development, so I don't know what this is, but...
You don't know what a performance
yes.
guarantee is?
Yes, I know what that is.
What is
Thank
it?
you, Counselor.
Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
No.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Item Q?
Resolution Q.
Move Q, please.
Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution R.
Council Quinlisk, any questions on this?
Make a.
You supported this last year,
We're doing a LEAP grant with Island Heights for the trash, but we're not going to do one for the CSO program, is that correct?
We did do one last month, if you forgot, Jim.
With Island Heights for?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
for,
okay, that's
for
it.
EMS, you
Thank you,
asked.
though.
You asked about that, right?
Thank you.
Well, you voted for this last year, Jim.
Yes.
So
I'm
you're
not-
supporting this again? I want to make sure you're, I
didn't-
want to make sure you support it this year again.
I'll move.
Haven't voted no yet.
Okay,
I'll
good.
move forward.
All right, we have a motion.
I'm sorry, who made the motion? Councilman Loebman made the first.
We have
Is
a
there
second.
Motion is made by Councilman Loebman and seconded by Council Vice President O'Toole. Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution S.
Move S, please.
Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution T.
Motion T,
Mr.
please.
Coleman, is
I'm
that
sorry.
resolution 2, is that a reoccurring event? Do we do this every year with them, or is this new?
What's that, sir?
Picking up trash for Ortley Beach, for the homeowners association.
Jim, you've been here 2 years. We've
Yeah,
we've
I'm-
have similar arrangements throughout town.
It's a new agreement. It's required pursuant to the municipal.
But the same thing we've been doing is picking up their trash?
For 2 years, Jim, yes.
Thank you.
Throughout town.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you very much for your legal
Just
opinion.
want to explain it.
Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Ooh.
Reports.
Item U.
Item U.
I'm
Move
sorry.
U, please.
Sorry.
Nope, hold on, discussion and vote. Come on, Justin, get with the program here. Here we are going to vote on approving a temporary budget, or amendment to the temporary budget, but yet I haven't seen any budget yet. And I'm sure he's going to tell me that it's been sent to me, but I don't have it from anybody, so. How can we vote on a temporary budget when we don't have it? We don't have a budget. We haven't had a budget meeting, no budget committee, we're going to vote on this.
We have a motion.
Motion, please.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Council Vice President O'Toole. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole? Councilman Sokozy?
I can't vote on this item, so I'm going to abstain.
Did you see it says
Count-
temporary on there, David, or no?
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlisk?
Abstain.
Council President Coleman?
Yes.
V, I have a discussion on that. How is this appointment going to financially affect the town? Because this is one of those things, even though I read the agenda yesterday, showed up this afternoon right before the meeting.
Did you want me to answer that, Jim?
No, the council president's supposed to be answering these things, I believe.
It's my
I understand.
my appointment. So why would Councilman,
Excuse me, I'm going to ask the mayor to respond to that, Jim.
Okay.
Okay? Go ahead, Mayor.
at our last meeting, we appointed Morgan Engineering. I was advised by Assemblyman McGuckin that we needed to appoint pursuant to our code one of the individuals from that firm so that they can sign off on things. So that's what this is, Jim, and it was in there. You could have clicked on it and read it,
I
buddy.
did.
No,
I'm
you
sorry,
didn't
I
read it.
because this one
You
wasn't
didn't
on
read
there
it.
until right
You
before the
haven't read
meeting.
anything
The question
yet.
was, how is this going to financially affect us? Is he a full-time employee? Is he still getting paid through Morgan Engineering at an hourly rate?
Did you want an answer on this, or you're now asking about last
the
month?
same
I'll explain last month
It was
if you'd
the
like
same-
as well.
Same question.
Last month, they built the
It wasn't about last month.
Oh, yes, it is.
About
We
this
we
individual.
appointed them and their hourly rate last month. So they get paid hourly. The engineer is on staff 3 half-days as opposed to having, I don't know, 4 full-time employees making between 220,000 and 160. So I would think that him being here 3 half-days for his hourly rate, which hourly rate again is
The
it?
question is he billed at the hourly rate we approved last month?
$150
He's
is his
approved-
hourly rate.
It's just the hourly rate that we approved last month. He's not a township employee.
He's not a township employee. He's going to serve in the same capacity as Mr. McGuckin. You voted for that appointment.
I believe there was some other difference to that, but.
Move V, please.
Second.
Motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Abstain.
Councilman Iveson?
Abstain.
Councilman Quinlis?
Abstain.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution W,
Move W, please.
have a second?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Absolutely, yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlis?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes. Resolution X,
Move X, please.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Councilman Loebman. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlis?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
yes.
Moving to the reports.
Move the reports.
Have a second?
Second.
A motion is made by Councilman Lamb and seconded by Council Vice President O'Toole. Councilman Lamb?
Yes.
Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlis?
Yes.
Council President Coleman?
Yes.
Moving to the approval of the bills.
Motion bills.
Second.
A motion, the first was made by Council Vice President O'Toole, and the second was made by Councilman Lamb. Council Vice President O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Lamb?
He abstained from bill number 02119, also abstained from bill 02195, and abstained from 02061. Yes to the balance.
Councilman Sokozy?
Yes.
Councilman Loebman?
Yes.
Councilman Iveson?
Yes.
Councilman Quinlis?
I have to abstain for all bills payable to Tech Elevator, yes to the balance.
Council President Coleman?
I abstain from any bills submitted by Preferred Behavioral Health. All the rest I agree with.
Elected officials' comments.
Okay. I usually start from my far right, so we'll do that. Justin?
Thank you, Council President. Just want to report that on April 12th, I joined a dozen or so volunteers, and I believe Anthony Colucci's in the crowd. He's from the Ortley Beach Voters and Taxpayers Association. They have the annual planting of pollinator gardens on Harding Avenue. They do a really good job up there. They got a lot of donations. One of the biggest donations was from New Jersey American Water. And again, we're looking to have a small ceremony probably before the beach opens, and we're hoping to get some get people out. So if you guys can come out and check it out, it really is really looking nice up there. On April 18th, I attended a meeting held by NV5. It's a design engineer. They're working along with Morgan Engineering, and Morgan and Brian Quinn from Morgan. The meeting was very fruitful. We went over the streetscape project. It was kind of languishing there in the last administration. However, we picked up steam. Thank you to the mayor and administration for that. Hopefully in the fall, we'll be starting the streetscape project. And I know the Whitley Beach people are excited about that. On Saturday, April 20th, I attended the first meeting of the year for the OBVTA. I was joined by 100 or so residents in the crowd. They're very happy that we're pushing for EMS coverage year-round over there. Also, they would like to see these projects, Streetscape and Surf Club, take off, and we're looking to start that all in the fall. That's all this evening. Thank you.
Councilman Quinsley?
Should I say nothing? No. First, I'm going to say, Justin, I'm sorry for last week. I accidentally blurted out, shut the hell up. That was rude, and I didn't mean for it to come out that harsh, but your interruptions were constant. But I also want to thank you for the extra PR you gave me, because I hope it entices more and more people to try and find the video that has been deleted by Mayor, or not put up by Mayor Roderick for these meetings. It's important that people see what's going on here in town, not just in Ward 1 or Ward 3 or whatever. It's everybody needs to know what's going on. Second thing, I'm very disappointed in the council in not voting for the animal shelter, to not approve the lease for the animal shelter. I cannot believe, aside from the police ordinance, the number of passionate pleas that this council chose to ignore. And I will remind the people who are for this ordinance, there is a huge undertaking that you guys can do, just like the police department. When a petition was circulated, we have 20 days to recall this ordinance, and I suggest you get moving on it fast if that's really what we want to do with the animal shelter, because it's wrong. The county does not treat our animals the same way we do. Higher euthanasia rates, regardless of whichever numbers the mayor wants to tell you. You can all look it up. There are facts. The gentleman pulled it off the state site, not off of Mayor Roderick's computer. Lastly, since January 1st, it has been a true saddening the amount of tyranny going on in this council meeting. We are taking a step back into to the dark ages of politics here, because we have a mayor that puts out a state-run media paper, just like Kim Jong-un would do. No, not the same.
I thought Mo Hill put a paper out too. Was he Kim Jong-un too?
We're restricting our...
You voted for that paper.
We're restricting the public's access to talk to us and to let our points be heard by limiting it to 3 minutes now, instead of at least the 5 that we originally approved back in January, that this council approved back in January. And now this latest, where we're cutting you off when Mr. Coleman's heard enough, or trying to run out because Justin Lamb has to be somewhere else. This is truly a step backward. Everybody must show up, everybody must be heard, and everybody must make sure it counts. Thank you.
Councilman Logan.
I really have nothing to add to this at all. I mean, it's just over and over and over again, the same thing, the same arguments, the same disrespect for everybody on the thing, pounding at the table, does nothing to make anything work here. Nothing. It's just frustrating to sit here and listen to the back and forth. That's it.
Okay. Councilman Nivenson?
Just want to thank all the shelter workers for coming out, and fight isn't over. Don't lose heart.
Mr. Jacozzi?
There we go.
God bless everybody that came here tonight. And I said months ago that the crowd, the residents, it's going to be more and more for every meeting, and the word's going to get out. I keep saying it. I apologize to everybody because I give 100%, but I know my limitations, all right? And I feel like I'm letting everyone down in this room. I am so sorry. I am so sorry what's going on in this town. It's an ugliness here. Truly is. That's all I can say, and I'll repeat it and repeat it. I'll have a lot to say with the budget, but what was said tonight with the budget, that is all BS. Totally BS. All right, and I have my numbers and I'll have my facts and I'll address it then. But just keep up the fight, keep coming here, and I want to say a word to that young gentleman with the hat there and the beard. Yeah, you, Carlos, right? About 2 meetings ago, you mentioned that you didn't have a college degree. Everybody up here has one, blah, blah, blah. And you have street smarts, and you have a heart. And you mentioned to keep the money, and as a businessman, a young businessman, that I don't agree with your business, but that's fine. But you know that you take care of your workers and the money stays in the town. We take care of everybody that lives here. We don't sub anything out. I get it, but we're still a small town here, and look what's happening to our country about, the purging of the military, over 50,000 soldiers, the parks names being changed, military names, bases being changed, school names being changed, professional sports names being changed, food products that were iconic to this country for over a year, their names are erased. The same thing is going on in this town right now. And believe me, if we could be marched out of here one by one and be shot at the square, it would be. It would be. He would do it if he could. Thank you.
Councilwoman O'Toole? Actually, I have no further comments either. Yeah. Mayor, your turn.
No comment.
Okay, I'd like to open the public portion of the meeting for comments. Don't
My name
forget
is
name and address, sir, please.
Michael Warnock, Lynn Drive, Toms River.
Thank you.
I've been a taxpayer in the township of Toms River for 25 years. Go. I am not a member of the Peanut Gallery, nor the Mohill Gang. I am neither Democrat nor Republican. I am fiercely and proudly independent. I am not here for political gain for myself or anyone else. I am your constituent. By definition, a constituent is a member of a community who has the power to vote and appoint and elect. Therefore, every official in this room, including you, who has been appointed, is there because of us, the constituents in this room. With that power we have given you comes accountability and responsibility. I would like to address what I feel is a pressing issue. I recall the platform that the current administration's ticket ran on. At no point do I call the reformation of the Toms River Police Department even a talking point. Perhaps if the people in Toms River were told this, the outcome would have been different. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Employing the reasonable man theory, there seems to be a perception in town hall that the police department is broken. To perceive is to believe. Perception is reality. Socialists will tell you that perceived reality is flawed. Dr. Bo Lotto went as far as to say it's meaningless. To that point, I feel whatever perceived threat or wrong that has brought this crusade against the men and women of the Toms River Police Department is flawed and meaningless. Has there been a scandal, cost overruns, state or federal oversight, citizens' complaints, response time issues? If so, it's a really well-kept secret. To suspend the chief of police over administrative issues after Mr. Solanas demanded an unreasonable list of the daily operations of the Toms River Police Department screams of personal vendetta. I do not know Chief Little. I have never met Chief Little. I have never been in the same room as Chief Little. But he runs a pretty damn good police department. Are we here? What are you looking to do? Replace him? If so, who? If so, why?
Does anyone in the administration have the ability to work with that data that you want? What are you going to do? Help the Detective Bureau run a narcotics investigation? What do you need that data for? The boots on the ground of the operation of the Toms River Police Department should be left to the experienced professionals that do it. Oh, wait, 2 of those positions have been removed. The Toms River Police Department consists of 160, now 158 members, sworn officers. Not bad for the 8th largest municipality in the state. By comparison, number 7, Woodbridge, has 213. Number 9, Hamilton, 174. Both of those municipalities have major roads running through their department. And anybody in police work will tell you major roads mean major problems. Since 2004, the police department has 162 officers. 20 years later, we're at 158. We have 5,000 new residents in Toms River. Calls for service are up 67%.
Sir, I'm
and
sorry
we
to
haven't
interrupt you.
added
Your
one
time
officer
is
to the
up. You can
department.
come back in line after the
Thanks
next
for
person
making this
speaks.
town a
Thank you.
laughingstock.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Dennis Galanti, 1149 Cherokee Court, again. So, questions, but actually comments, and they are, so why did you change and limit public comment to 3 minutes? To allow more individuals to speak? 3 minutes is enough, in that the fact that if you're organized, it's okay? Where is the resolution and that the items you put under the resolution that for the changing of the policy of this council? Where is it? The kayak was there. The lease for the animal shelter, why wasn't that there? Did you find the archived videos yet? Did you find them? You continue to lose them. So, again, why did you put these items under resolution and not under ability for people to speak on them, of which you put under the same method the resolution for the bid, but that you did not do? Again, you did explain, I believe the attorney did. Okay, so that question. I have a lot of other questions, but I can't, and comments, but I can't get them done in 3 minutes. I also have on the agenda, Mr. Attorney, you said that the agenda is not required to be posted, and I looked up both the law court decision and the Supreme Court decision. It does not mention anywhere that that agenda does not have to be posted. It just says that it's posted by title only. So I have that for you, and I will, okay, you can dispute that, but I will give you my findings to the clerk, and you can look it up from there. But I can't even organize this, so I'm sorry, Mr. Coleman. And I guess, did you kind of insult me that my request for the consent agenda, for my standing up and doing that, was childish or immature, I think you said? Is that what you said? And then earlier with the mayor, with my stats, the stats are over there if you would like them, that when I was speaking, you used the word silly. I don't believe I'm silly, but you said that. Thank you, Mr. Quinlick, for backing me up on the consent agenda resolutions, and to find out now that nobody has the right to comment on them anymore by your statute that you've never exercised in previous meetings, as far as I know. But I thank you. Not really, but okay.
Carlos Amasat, Warnerham. About 30 minutes ago, you guys see me all running out of here. I got a call from my wife. My son opened the back door, and she couldn't find it. By the time I ran out of here, I called 911. By the time I got there, it was 2 minutes and 48 seconds. I had 2 different officers over there who I personally know helping looking for my son. When I say that we need the police station, our police department, and we need our police officer, I mean it. I know you guys don't agree with my business. I ran a construction business that made $3.5 million before my brother is paralyzed right now. So I closed that because I couldn't take it no more. I'm tired of your childishness Bullshit. And I'm sorry for the language. Bullshit. Guys, I could be a harsh guy like you guys, name everybody, curse everybody out. I could do that, and I could do a lot more. But I'm begging you guys to communicate. I'm begging you guys to start working together or get the fuck off of there and let somebody else do it. Because that's ridiculous how a special ed guy keep coming every day to this meeting. Every day I keep coming to this meeting.
It's a public meeting.
Yes.
The public meeting, please keep
Sorry,
your,
but
please keep your language
I
correct.
keep coming to
Carlos.
this meeting, and it's the same thing. One guy want to blame the other one. One guy want to blame the other one. Start working. If you, sir, are getting the agenda before, wait, sir, if you are getting the agenda before Mr. Jim, guess what? Email it to him so he don't have no excuse why he didn't get it.
You're asking me a question or no? Is that a question?
No, this is me telling you what to do as the leaders. Now, guys, I understand you got a lot of responsibility because nobody right now wants this job. I know it. So guess what? Get somebody to help you so we could get this agenda, all this stuff online, on time, guys. Let's stop freaking wasting time. Half of a year. Half of a year. That's tax money that we're wasting. Guys, privatizing takes the money out. Creating a better Tom's River means you gotta invest. I will pay tax gladly if I'm investing in my town. And I don't live in a $1 million home. I live in the hood. It's a shame. Stop playing with this. Because if not, please, I understand. It's part-time. Sir, I respect you. Sir, I respect you. We don't gotta look outside my business. But guys, how the hell a 35-year-old guy telling a whole bunch of old people how to act? Guys, you guys need help getting this online? Guess what? There's a few people that are willing to help you. Sir, you're the president. Let's make something happen.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Paul Williams, Broad Street, Toms River, New Jersey. Real quick, first I want to mention something, and it's literally just a comment, about something that you had done this evening, Mr. Coleman, and that this council approved. I don't know where you're getting this great legal advice from. I certainly hope it's not from the gentleman with the really overpriced legal educations. But the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act requires that although you can regulate the active participation of the public at any meeting, a public governing body and a Board of Education shall, not may, not could, should, but shall, be required to set aside a portion of every meeting of the municipal governing body or Board of Education, the length of the portion to be determined by the municipal governing body or Board of Education, for public comment on any governmental or school district issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the municipality or school district. You referenced, Mr. Coleman, the municipal code. That is the state law that I just read to you.
And the municipal code is...
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the council president. Sir, you were in error, and unfortunately, we are going to have to revisit this through litigation, which we already have going on at this moment. Notwithstanding that, I want to submit to all of you that once again, you have been misled with regard to the mayor's appointment of John Solanas to yet another position in this municipality. You were misled by the appointment of John Solanas for a rec director. He does not have the requirements that are set forth in the municipal code. He does not. Not his resume, nothing. He does not have the requirements. He also does not have the minimum requirements to be the business administrator pursuant to our municipal code, which provides for those provisions, okay? When Councilman Quinlisk questioned it, Mr. Solanas went on a little tirade, yelling about what his qualifications were, and still, in the midst of that tirade, did not set forth that he has the actual minimum requirements that are required by the code. Instead, him and his sidekick over here decided to play, well, do you know what the requirements are? The fact is that's the night I was kicked out, and I came here prepared to speak to you about those issues. And unfortunately, literally the only regret I have about getting kicked out was I was not able that night to explain to you about he does not have the qualifications to be the business administrator. According to the municipal code 5-3,
Paul, your time is up.
he cannot,
Your
5-3, he cannot,
Paul,
as the business administrator,
time-
also be the CFO.
Your time is up.
I got
Okay.
it. I'll be back.
Thank you.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
My name is Martine Taylor, Toms River, New Jersey. I've heard a lot of talk tonight.
Do you have your address, sir?
Toms River, New Jersey.
No, I mean street address.
Dove Street.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. Toms River's good enough, but anyway. I've heard a lot of talk here about the Board of Health with the animals and things. I've heard about God's creatures. I've heard about kayaks. I've heard about pets. The one thing I have not heard is about our homeless problem that we don't want to admit. When are we going to truly address that problem?
Toms River is to the best of my knowledge, one of the only townships in Ocean County that we have a warming shelter up in, that I'm aware of, right? And it is, as I'm sure you know if you're involved, a very complicated issue. It's a countywide issue. You can have 10 minutes to talk on this if you want. Mr. Hulse is in the back. It's a very big problem, and people all over the county are working on it.
Are you done? Your warming shelters are open for code blue at 35 or 32 degrees. At 32 degrees, that's when they get funding. At 35, they do not. Last night, when it was at, 30 degrees, we brought our plants in, but there was no code blue shelters open. When it rains for 3 to 4 days at 40 degrees, the temperatures will drop down to below 30.
I did tell Mr. Hulse, who's in the back, that I was open to him staying open even when it was not 35 degrees.
That's Mr. Holtz. That's one code blue. All right? That's Just Believe. That's your pet. That's fine.
That's
your pet project. That is fine.
No, it's not mine. It was set up by Terrence Turnbull, who's a prior councilman.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We have to address the whole issue. A warming station does not cut it. We need a shelter. We talked about the Board of Health. We got Foot Rot out there. Community medical centers are turning the homeless away. All right? We're turning our homeless, we're turning our people away.
It's terrible.
So what are you planning to do about that? You, yourself. Are you going to give us a shelter?
Well, just recently, if you know what, I think it'd be more appropriate rather than have people yell over me or go back and forth. If you want, we could talk about this after the meeting. You could continue with your comment, and then I'll
So
talk to you about my plan. I'll spend a half an hour with you if you like.
You have a plan for the shelter here in Toms River?
No, not at the moment, no. But if you'd like to talk about it, I'll talk to you about it.
I'll talk to you about it. All right, thank you.
Phil Brilliant, 79 Holly Tree Lane, Toms River. A couple things. So one, it's been talked about tonight, but just to reiterate, again, January 1st, it was about transparency, it was about openness, it was about the opportunity to hear from the public, it was about moving the meetings to 7 o'clock because more people can attend. I think a lot of the people have come out based upon what you talked about, but now every meeting we get cut short more minutes. I'm not going to waste more time on it. I think, when it came to the police ordinance, the public came out, stats were provided, information was provided, the board voted the way they wanted to the council voted the way they wanted to. You heard some passionate people tonight about the animal shelter. I commend Councilman Nivison. He stood up for what he believes in. He stood up for what he believes the people want here in Toms River. And because of that, I will tell you, tomorrow morning when we start the petition to recall, to have a referendum on that ordinance, I would like Mr. Nivison to be one of the signatures on that petition. We will talk after the meeting. But the other thing I wanted to bring up tonight and just talk about is everybody on the council aware that the rental certificate process changed here in town? Are you aware of that? Okay, you are aware. Okay, are you aware that it looks like now we have eliminated things on the guidance like wood burning, fireplace, chimney certificates? Any open permits and violations are no longer required to be addressed. Okay, other things we've removed: exterior grounds clean of trash, debris, high grass, weeds, and leaves. Unregistered, inoperable vehicles must be removed from the premises. No more. Okay? Outside house cleaning trim. We're basically turning our rental owners into slumlords, and we're giving them the ability to do it. Okay? I have no idea where this came from. I have no idea why. In a township where we take pride in where we live, we would allow people to do this. Somebody really needs to explain this one to me, but I don't want to give up my time. I think, again, I think this is something, it's not something you vote on, but I think it's something that you need to look at and address, because this is outlandish as to what we're going to do and allow renters to do. The last part, and Mr. Loebman, real quick, and I know it's public now, and we've seen it. You've put your house in the market. I wish you the best of luck. I think it's, I think it may be time to get out of town, I think, for a lot of us, but I commend you. I will say, though, I think if your intention is to leave Toms River, okay, I think voting on our budget and voting on things that represent the citizens of this town is really not fair to the citizens. Thank you.
Sure. Councilman Loman wants a chance to respond to him.
Ma'am, can I interrupt just 1 second? Let Councilman Logan like to comment. Is that okay? And you're next, so don't leave.
Brilliant. In terms of my ability to move out of town, or in terms of my ability to sell my house, my personal property is my business to sell. I've been in this town since 1973. I paid taxes in this town since 1973. I have a vested interest in this town. I've loved this town, and I've served on almost every board that you can do, except for an elected position, because I was a government guy. My business. As long as I'm paying taxes in this town, I have every right in the world to be in this particular dais. Thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am, you're on.
Susan Payne Gato, 1946 Mount Giuliano Lane. That's Holiday City, Silverton. And I love it there. And I love this town. I moved here in '95. And I am very concerned about people with disabilities. Probably some of you know that's something I've been working for and fighting for many years. And I still feel that these meetings are not accessible enough for all the citizens that have many disabilities, and for people who can't get out because maybe they have sick children, maybe they have a sick parent, maybe they're working at home. I really want to see these meetings televised live. Thank you.
Ms. Gato, there are 315 people watching. It's live right now. Yeah, dead seriously. It's streaming right now. Yes.
It's streaming.
Streaming right now.
But it's not on television.
Oh, TV. Well.
So there are channels that are available.
It's a good idea. We'll give it a shot.
And I would like to see that on television, where many more people could access it. Not everybody does streaming. Not every, and this is a retirement community. And we have a lot of people with a lot of disabilities. So the TV is one thing. Also, people with disabilities, having a disability is expensive. We don't get extra money when we have a disability. But maybe we have to buy special shoes or special glasses or special hearing aids or ramps to get into our houses, wheelchairs, canes, different things like that. Not all of that is paid for. So getting back to the animals, I would like to see some of the animals go to people for free, such as people with disabilities. So I think the freedom, I mean, I look up to try and find an animal. I have a disability. I had to stop working. I don't have the income I had. I'm a registered nurse, retired. But I'm telling you, the paperwork, the whole thing, it can become, I think, just much easier, please, for people to adopt animals. Oh, boy.
Sorry, your time is up, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Time is up. I have to pass it on to the next person. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank all of you for doing your civic duty. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Irene Watson, Messenger Street. There was a post on Facebook today, Exit 82 Scanner News, and it stated Silverton EMS responding to a child in anaphylaxis on Washington Street. I'm assuming the person, somebody called 911. I'm not sure if the child was in the school or in a home, but 911 was called. That should go to the police department, I believe, right, to a dispatcher? Yeah. But the Silverton EMS came out to help the child. Silverton EMS is 5.6 miles from Washington Street, 14 minutes away. Why wasn't the EMS from the police department sent, which is 3.2 miles away, 9 minutes? So why would that happen?
That's an excellent question, which is one of the reasons we're hiring all these EMTs. They are, the dispatching is done through the fire department and the police department. There isn't always a township rig available.
Okay,
So
they-
that's why we're hiring all these extra EMTs.
Okay, so the police department EMS might not have come because there wasn't a rig or
They might not have been
a
on-
group of people available, or maybe they were somewhere else.
They may have been somewhere else, or trucks go down because someone calls out sick and there isn't somebody to back it up. The prior administration didn't hire part-timers, left them at like $15, $20 an hour for a very long period of time. We couldn't get anybody, so we have an awful lot of applicants, and hopefully we'll be able to fix this real soon.
Okay, I hope that does get fixed, because if you have a child in anaphylactic shock, 5 minutes could be the life. So
Sometimes
hopefully-
Silverton has been up in Wortley Beach, right, Mr. Lamb? They've responded 30 minutes
Beach
away.
calls, yeah, the beach calls.
So, I don't know, I don't know what the issue is, but as we add more rigs, this problem should fix itself.
If I may answer real quickly, the fact of the matter is, the nearest available ambulance would be the one dispatched. That's all. It's that simple. It's not more ambulances. It's not like the Tom River CSOs are hanging out doing nothing. The nearest available ambulance would answer.
So there was not one in the police department that was available?
They may have been on another call. But Silverton is part of our, I don't know if it's considered mutual aid, but they have a contract with the town. It's just the nearest available
No,
ambulance.
they don't have a contract. They don't have a contract.
Well, then obviously we need more EMS and another ambulance.
Very much
Okay,
so.
Thank you.
Silverton is
Absolutely.
EMS.
Sir, have you had a chance to make public comment already? Because the gentleman behind you, I don't think spoke in a public comment session, right? Am I right, sir? No. I just let people that haven't spoken to go first, and then after them, you'll go, okay? So Chris, could you move up also, because you haven't spoken either? Thank you. Go ahead, sir, you're on.
Just a quick question. The budget that we're going to maybe sign next meeting, I don't know if we'll see it, is that for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? It's just one year.
Budgets are annual.
Just annual budgets, okay. So in that, there's gonna be a bunch of line items, okay? Which assumably may change because inflation changes, rates change, deals change, right? So I don't care if you signed it in 2022, 2021, 2020, all the way back to 1984. You should read it every single year. It's rule number 1 of signing contracts. So did you read it? The fact that you guys are just voting on things that you have no idea what is in there is sickening.
This is an
Okay.
introduction of the budget.
It's
They're not
it-
voting on it.
It goes beyond the budget. Okay, the budget was the setup for the rest of the points. I didn't talk about some of the things that I wanted to earlier because I had something thrown in my lap before I came here, and that was the appointment of our CFO. Okay, whatever. So, Mr. Quinliss, I appreciate your comments, and I think that the only thing I would challenge you is that we're not taking a step backwards, we're taking a step forwards. Okay, in 2015, we have comments, we have one administrator in Berkeley who was forced to resign due to shared screenshots on their Facebook page. In 2018, there were accusations about an opponent for the mayoral race in Carteret of being racist. There was a website that was put up that Solanas doesn't know where it came from, but he verified that they were absolutely true, and they were almost pornographic. And then the mayor's brother had an incident with the police. Now, I don't know the outcome of all these things, but these are things that you should probably know about, before you make decisions on whether the person is acting or not, because there's a saying, when there's smoke, there's fire, right? So then the mayor's brother had an issue with a citizen, and there was some BLM riots, and we know those were all mostly peaceful. But as the mayor was walking through and people were saying, vote him out, he made an accusation to someone and said, oh, what are you, back on drugs? And that was apparently
Which
the same-
mayor is this? I'm sorry.
This
This
the
is
mayor-
not me. You're not talking
No,
about
it's
me,
the
right?
mayor- No.
Who are you
no.
talking about?
The mayor of Carteret. Now,
What is his name?
was that? I'm still finishing my point. So,
Sir, in
So
about,
Lon-
about
so-
a sentence worth, okay, because your time is over, but I'll let you say your last
so
sentence, all right?
Solanas defended those things, accusing this person of being an alt-right, agitator who was just there trying to create problems.
All right, I'd
There
like
are
you to yield,
Facebook-
I'd
there
like
are
you to yield
Facebook
the
posts here
microphone to the
about-
next
about-
speaker, please,
about
sir.
his actions.
Sir,
There are more-
I'm asking you to please yield the microphone to the next person.
I
Your
will.
time is up.
Yeah.
Your time is up, okay?
Do your job.
Your time
your
is
job.
up. Thank you.
Because the mayor.
Mr. Coleman, good evening. Really not going to address you, but I don't want to talk to them. But 38 years ago, or maybe 39, I don't know if it was Mayor Vicari or if it was Mayor, I don't know who was on the wall there. They hired a guy by the name of Mitch Little as a police officer. His father was a lieutenant, and he went through the ranks of sergeant, lieutenant, captain, and now he's the chief. So I think he has 38 or 39 years in. My concern is that a gentleman who has no disciplinary record, and I know you can't speak about his personnel file, none of you can, goes from being the police chief, no discipline, to we're going to write him up and then we're going to suspend him. So I said this, I think, the last meeting. The only person qualified of anybody up here is Mr. Lamb because he's a police, hang on, please let me speak. He's a police officer. None of you have the background. So my concern is, what's the end game here? Are we going to keep going after the chief until we suspend him and then fire him? And then what? And then what's the end game here? You guys are trying to ruin the police department by following these two. And I think it's a bad look. It's not going to end well. I give you credit, Mr. Nivison. You're finally seeing things for what they really are. Animals do matter. We can disagree on a lot of things. But the people will eventually speak. And I can assure you, not because he's talking to me, Chief Little's going nowhere. So if people think that you're going to try to intimidate him or suspend him, it's not going to happen. So, and I don't work for the man. He's a friend of mine. But I can assure you, he's doing the right thing for everybody. And having two people come after him and harass him is a problem. But we will make sure that the chief stays the chief. If it means a bunch of us have to walk across the street to the prosecutor's office, we're not going to put up with
Hey,
this.
Chris, can I
Have a
jump
good
in?
night.
Chris, you have a minute? Can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
Just make
Mr.
a
Lamb.
final comment since you pointed me out.
Yes, sir.
I think that we, the administration has made a concerted effort in the last few weeks to hire more officers. Have you seen the advertisements for more?
I have not yet.
Okay,
no.
they've been out there, so I think they're hiring.
I'm willing to talk to you. Yeah,
They're
no.
willing to hire officers,
I-
but we also need EMS. As you're aware, we need EMS on the beach.
We
don't
do,
have
Justin,
it.
but my concern, and again, I'm not,
This is one of the finest police departments in the state of New Jersey.
well, I'm glad you feel that
College-educated
way.
men.
And I think maybe you or somebody up here can be the voice of reason, because they're going after,
We all have been talking
they're
about
going
it.
to after the chief of this
I
department.
can't answer on personnel matters, but
All right.
what I can tell you is that the mayor and this administration has turned the focus to make sure we hire more cops, and that's been ignored for years. We need to hire
I
more
don't know
cops.
about that, but we'll disagree. But, Mr. Coleman, you're the council president, you run these meetings. I think you have your hands full most days, but listening to what they're doing, not a good look. I think Mr. Niveson's coming around a little bit. I thank you for that. But the chief's not going anywhere, I can assure you that. Thank you.
Can I just ask one question? The young ladies that are behind you, have they had a chance to speak yet? I know the one in the white sweater has. What about the person behind you? Have you had a chance to speak? I'm going to let you talk, but I'd like everybody to have their first shot. That's all I'm asking, okay? Just asking, let them have their first shot. That's all. Go ahead.
Dana Tormola, Messenger Street, Toms River. Mr. Niveson, I want to say thank you for your response to my email, the honesty of it. I appreciate that. Mr. Coleman, haven't heard back from you regarding my email that was sent on Monday afternoon along with Mr. Niveson.
The only reason I did not respond is because I did not have an answer. At that
And
time,
you know
at that
what?
time, I did
And you know
not
what?
have an
I would
answer,
I
okay?
would have appreciated, I'm not
All right.
attacking you. I'm just saying, I didn't hear back from you, and I appreciate that response, but you could have, same as Mr. Niveson did, said that in
My
your
answer
email.
was, I didn't have an answer.
Exactly. And I appreciate the honesty for that. I'm watching the text messaging going back and forth here. It's pretty amusing. You don't get a chance to talk, so you're making him do it for you. Well done.
Am I good? Am I good? You sure?
You're on.
You don't have anybody on the street you want to bring up? You know, where we
Sir,
going?
just be honest, out of sense of fairness, I wanted to give everybody a first chance to speak. That's all. It was nothing against you, okay? All right? So I just wanted to make sure everybody had their fair shot. That's all, okay?
We're good with fair.
You're on.
Thank you. Michael Warnock, Lynn Jive, Toms River, New Jersey. Just want to finish. This 3 minutes is tough, yo. So the Toms River Police Department consists of 160, now 158 sworn officers. Not bad for the 8th largest municipality in the state. By comparison, number 7 Woodbridge has 213, and number 9 Hamilton 174. Both municipalities with major roads. You being a cop, Justin, know that major roads bring major problems, correct?
You
Since
want me to answer?
2004, the police department started at 162 officers. Now we're down to 158 20 years later. We have 5,000 new residents in those 20 years. Calls for service are up 67%. It's a lot of calls for service, man. It's a lot of calls for service in a town this size. This entire witch hunt, which I feel it is a witch hunt based on a flawed perception in town hall. Lastly, I received a text from a family member in Arizona. He's been here to visit. He said, "What's going on in your town, bro? Used to be a great little short town to come, hang out. That's how I found it 30 years ago. Now it's a laughing stock. I don't understand. I don't understand. Years ago, in the city of New York, you lose the police department, you lose the people. There's not much that this town had besides safety. It was a safe town. I raised my family here because it was safe. I moved out of a dump to move here to raise my family in a safe town. I do not understand with those numbers and those facts why we're even looking at the Toms River Police Department. I don't understand it. I don't understand if there's no cost overruns, no overtime out of control, no citizen complaints, nothing. Why are we, it's got to be personal with the chief. I don't even know this dude. He can't be that bad of a guy.
Well, did you want me to jump in? No, you, not them. Would you like me to speak? So, 2 captains retired, if you didn't read about it.
I know.
Wait a minute, one of them wasn't even here when we took office. He's been on leave, and he retired.
position. Can I-
Hang on, you can have more time, absolutely.
All right.
Another person is set to retire. Those are folks that don't answer calls. They're up on the 3rd floor.
I agree.
We added more folks at the bottom. We are adding
Class
more,
twos?
we are going to add Class 2s
Are you adding
to
regular
increase the patrols. Just now, if you listened about the budget, if you heard about the budget, we were short about $6 million. So that's equivalent to about a 7% tax increase. We made a lot of cuts and a lot of tough decisions. 2 guys retired, nobody's been fired. There's the same number of patrolmen on duty today that are regular full-time guys as there were when we took over, and then we added special officers. And we're gonna add more special officers because we can afford it. This whole business,
I get what you're saying, Mayor.
this has nothing to do with the chief, it has to do with finances.
I get what you're saying.
Totally with finances.
I respect that. I respect that. I respect what you're saying. I know you didn't fire 2 officers. I know you didn't fire.
And I hired 8 EMTs that work in the police department.
The MT thing.
But you heard somebody get up and say it took a half an hour for an ambulance. You heard it yourself.
But
I didn't say it.
I'm not going to deal with. Whoa! I'm not going to deal with Facebook. Facebook to me is fake. So I'm sure my heart breaks for this child that had anaphylactic shock. I don't know. Maybe the Thomas River Police Department was actually busy handling.
I don't blame them. We need more
Right.
ambulances.
So, but wait. So I know you didn't fire 2 officers.
I've never fired anybody.
I know you
And
didn't.
I increased the department size.
Whoa! You think?
I didn't fire anybody in the police department.
I know you didn't.
Thank
you
you.
think though 4
Police,
layers?
I didn't reduce police.
Wait. Let me. You think 4 layers of supervision from the street to the chief is too many? Come on, man.
We had
That's not a-
31 guys in management managing 113 officers. That's like 1 to 3. That's like 1 to 3.
What was that?
The police department has 158 police officers, and the rest of them are
113
civilian
on
workers, so we're up to
patrol.
335 total working for the police department.
So that's
So you extrapolate the command structure from there, and he's way the hell off base.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. So, but my point is that those.
Even if you were correct, Mr. Quinless, that would be 10 to 1. Supervision of 10 to 1 would still be very high.
Can we get back to just, sir, can you please just
No,
make your comments?
No, we're talking to the mayor.
Is it okay, Craig, let him talk to me. It's
All right.
okay.
Talk to the mayor. The
I'd
mayor
like
asked me to talk to him.
I'd like to hear it.
Remember, I
Yeah.
have a responsibility of running.
But
an
maybe Mr.
organization.
Williams could stop talking for a second and allow you to speak.
Then I'm going to go. But the deal is, I would pay more taxes to stay safe.
We are safe.
And I don't think
No,
anybody in this room
there
would
are
pay
not
more
less police on the road. There are more police on the road.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know. They were up on the 3rd floor. They don't patrol. When was the last time you heard of a captain making an arrest? I challenge anybody in this room to get me an Oprah where a captain made an arrest.
Dan.
Get me one.
Dan.
Get me one.
Wait, Dan, hold on for a second. I was a cop in New York City for 22 years.
Get me one.
Captains don't make arrests. They
That's
supervise
right.
the
They
guys
don't
that-
make, they don't make arrests.
Supervise the guys
So
that
they
make the
don't,
arrest.
they don't impact our safety. Get me an arrest by a captain.
Absolutely do. An arrest
I'll-
doesn't mean-
I'll eat my shoe.
Only arrest
Get me an
means
arrest.
safety?
Come on.
Only arrest means
This
safety?
is silly. They retired. Nobody got fired. They retired. Has nothing to do with anything else.
Nobody.
They
wins-
retired.
Nobody wins
They
an
retired.
argument. Let's move on. Next, sir, please come forward. Please.
Walter Herman, Albert Avenue, Toms River.
Sir, could you talk a little closer to the mic, please?
Walter Herman, Albert Avenue, Toms River.
Thank you.
Comment to the mayor about, it's called span of control in law enforcement. A span of control, if you read any police administration books, is about 6 or 7 officers per supervisor.
1 to 5, right, on the federal government's website, 1 to 5.
For
In an emergency situation, 1 to 5.
Okay.
Or 1 to
Regular-
3.
Regular patrol, a sergeant is responsible for approximately 6 to 7 officers.
And then you go up and it's even less.
Captains do go out on the road. We have a serious incident in Toms River. We have multiple homicide. A captain of Detective Bureau is on the scene, okay? I've been there.
We had it.
I retired from the police department. I was in the Detective Bureau for 14 years. I did almost 29 years with the town, okay? I've been on multiple homicide scenes. We had 6 or 7 or 8 people killed. Captains are out there supervising the scene.
The scene,
Yes.
not on patrol, right?
And they administer, and they supervise the sergeants and lieutenants.
Do the
But
captains work evenings?
Not in our
No. Weekends?
No.
No.
Because they're supervisors.
No.
Do you work a weekend? I don't think
I never stop working.
Okay.
I never
All right,
stop
well,
working.
Actually, I didn't come up here to discuss that.
It's,
but
that's,
because of
listen.
What was going
there-
on,
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop commenting. I would like you to just make your comment. I don't want to go back and forth with you. You work with the TRPD, I get it.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, a couple of years ago, the Police Foundation bought signs for the police department, Kids Safe, Drive 25. For some reason, a township employee was directed to remove them from the streets. I'd like to know why.
It's a personnel issue, and we're not going to answer the question. But I can tell you this, digital speed readers don't stay up for a month. And those signs are not supposed to be up for 10 days. It's not the procedure. So it's not the procedure. They were up, the whole display was up for a month. But we don't discuss employee matters,
Okay, I'm not asking about, I was.
and they're property of the Toms River municipality.
I won't disagree with you that, okay?
Yes,
But-
they are.
but the
Yes,
bottom-
they are. Digital speed readers don't stay up for a month
The bottom line is my.
anywhere in town.
Was, why were they removed? You answered that.
I answered them,
Okay.
right. Perhaps someone forgot when they left them there for a month. Maybe they forgot.
Possibly, because they.
But we had a lot of complaints, and they were removed.
Fine. But it's out there to hopefully help prevent a child from being run over by a car. That's all. Thank you.
Good evening, Paul Williams, Broad Street, Toms River again. I had mentioned earlier about Mr. Solanas, but I wanted to remind the council of what I said as I was leaving the microphone. In our municipal code, 5-3, Budget and Control, subsection C, it provides, in no uncertain terms, that the council shall provide by ordinance for the exercise of a control function in the management of the finances of the municipality. The control function would be a CFO or any variation of that phrase. By some officer other than the business administrator. You appointed the business administrator as your control function in the management of the finances of the municipality in very clear, no uncertain term violations of our own municipal code.
Council President, I heard Mr. Williams, and I'm familiar with the code section. Mr. Solanas is appointed as an acting and temporary CFO. It does not violate any provisions of the code. And number two, the council has exercised their requirements under the code by establishing the procedure for the adoption, for the appointment of a CFO, at which, as the mayor indicated, is being interviewed and hopefully be appointed in the very near future.
Can I have,
Does not
can I have
violate
30
the township
seconds
code.
restored to my time? Thank you. You have 30 seconds, please. So, very learned gentleman with very overpriced education and makes a tremendous amount of money at taxpayers' expense, being the town attorney in multiple municipalities in Ocean County. Thank George Gilmore for that, whom many don't like anymore, but he built this shit. The control function shall include the provision for any encumbrance system of budget operations for expenditures upon written requests, etc. There's a whole bunch of things. Referring to him as acting is irrelevant. He is acting a variation of CFO. It's a variation. The language in our code says control function. Acting or not, you have made him in violation of our municipal code the control function for the management of our expenses, on top of everything else. By the way, quick question, real quick. Is he getting any extra money for being the acting CFO?
No, he's going to sign the...
I didn't ask you, punk. Shut up.
This is
President,
like getting to be a circus. We got to remove people.
Listen, Dr. Knight, you've been disrespecting people
It's like
every meeting. You're a punk and a coward. Every meeting, you're a punk and a coward and a manipulator.
And you're a lawyer. I'm a punk and a coward.
All right. Ma'am, your turn. Ma'am. Ma'am. Hello? We want to get out of here before the sun comes up, okay?
Well, I can only talk for 3 minutes.
That's good.
Susan Payne Gato again. By the way, I'm running for council in Ward 2. Hi, everybody.
And people laugh at that. To
So let me
saying
just
nasty
say-
things about my wife, people laugh about that. That shows the folks up here on council what you're really dealing with out in the audience. It's not the good people of Toms River who voted for you. It's a crowd of people that are just here as agitators, many of them who don't even live in the community.
All right, ma'am, go ahead,
Self-interest.
please.
It's self-interest, just to be on stage and say nasty things. I'm sorry, Ms. Gato, could you please continue? I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I am very surprised at the behavior of the whole thing tonight. It's sort of out of hand.
On it on TV then, because this is every week.
No, but at least I'd be sitting somewhere comfortable. But anyway, so something else I wanted to talk about, and so our community hospital here doesn't have a very good rating by patients. And I know I've seen people, I've visited people who were in the hospital recently, and the staff is very overworked. And I just have to say that they need a safe nurse ratio in this hospital. And I wish that the nurses would form a union in this hospital, because I've been in hospitals where unions are, where there are nurses' unions, and they are much better for the nurses, for the patients, for everybody. So that's the hospital. Then I just have something to say about the curb cuts in this town and the lack of sidewalks. This is the county seat. It is a big town, a beautiful town, a lot of people here. It's no longer just a little beach town, and it needs to reflect that in the ability and become accessible for so many more people. There's no I see people in electric wheelchairs out in the street because the sidewalk may just go so far and then end. And there's curb cuts all around the college, for instance. There's no sidewalk. They just complied with putting curb cuts in. It's just crazy. People want to get out. People in wheelchairs want to get out and enjoy the community. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Yes, ma'am.
Hi. My name is Mary Lou Perwaznik, 2 Rhonda Road, Toms River, New Jersey. My first comment I just wanted to address, my former neighbor was a captain in the police department who made an arrest in my neighborhood right in front of me while he was in uniform. So a captain does make arrests. I just wanted to clarify that. As far as the council members, you know, we've lived in Toms River. I've lived in Toms River 50-something years and never came to meetings. Once we came years ago to address an issue and to see what's happened. You know, I voted for all of you guys up there. I'm disappointed because I didn't do enough research. I don't think we were given enough information about who we were voting for. And respect goes both ways. I saw from the get-go that meetings were changed. We don't, you know, we're not part of the Mohill gang or whatever existed before this. We didn't know when meetings were. They were moved all over the place. That seems to me when you lost a lot of respect from people in the town. If you don't know what's going on, how are you supposed to, or if you're being fooled by people, how do you think you get their respect and their trust? So just because you're elected, I think one of the last meetings I came to, you guys said, well, we were elected to cut your taxes. So basically, like, you're elected to cut our taxes and we're just supposed to believe you? No, that's not how it works. Because we can see nationally that you can't trust politicians. You have to hold them accountable for what they do. And that's all, you know, I just want to say that. You earn respect. You don't get respect. And I see the comments going both ways. It's not just one way, okay? So, you know, you guys need to get your acts together. You can't stop, you know, limit the amount of things people say. public should be able to speak. We don't get much time, and then even on certain positions, you only have a certain amount of time that the whole group can talk. So how is the town supposed to address these problems? And it's embarrassing. This town is embarrassing. I've lived here most of my life, and it's only recently embarrassing. You know, I respect you, Nivison, for stepping up and sticking up for the animal shelter, and you guys for continuing to hold decorum while everything around you, no one gets respect. The public doesn't get respect either. Thank you.
Julie Adamek, 69 Cedar Grove Road, Toms River. Since a few minutes ago, the signs with children at play or whatever, 25 miles an hour were brought up, I just want to comment about those signs. We had some of those signs put on Edken, E-D-K-E-N, Avenue in Toms River, a few weeks ago. The speed limit on that street is 25 miles an hour. People routinely speed. I've seen when they had a digital reader, people were going 42 miles an hour. So when those signs were put up, that was one of the few things that I saw that was effective with lowering the the motorists going down the street. So instead of limiting the use of those signs, I suggest that you purchase more of those signs and put them around this town, especially in neighborhoods where the speed limit is 25 miles an hour. If you remember a few years ago, for those people that were on the council previously, I was one of the residents that fought for the speed limit to be reduced on Cedar Grove Road because the speed limit was, I believe, 40, and people were going 50 or 60 miles an hour. Almost every house on the street was hit, and we had 2 utility poles fall down, and we as residents on that street were really inconvenienced. So again, like I said, instead of limiting those signs or coming up with excuses why they can't be used, or who cares if they're there for 7 days or 10 days, if they're effective, they should be utilized.
All right, folks. The next 3 people are going to be our last speakers for this evening. Thank you. Sir, how many times have you been up? I'm sorry. I lost track. Only once? All right, but after you, we're done, okay? Oh. I understand. We'll take care of you, sir.
Well, he'll speak next, because he didn't speak yet.
Oh, he hasn't spoken. All right, sir, have you spoken before, ma'am?
Me? No.
The lady
No?
hasn't
Okay, go ahead.
spoken yet either.
You're on.
No.
You're
Hi,
on.
my name is Virginia Winnick, Ashler Way in Toms River. I just wanted to point out something that he's referencing the digital speed readers that somebody was complaining for, that they were up over a month. That is not what is being referenced here. These are just regular signs that are on stakes that are along the roadway just to bring attention to slowing down. So I don't know what he was referring to, but that's not what was being talked about. And I hope that if somebody from the town did remove those signs, that they would be penalized, because if somebody is complaining, and this is police property, it says property of the
township
police. I'm not asking you. If,
Okay, Ms. Black.
if they are property of the police,
Wasn't her dad on the
then
phone?
normally you would go through the normal
I think we
channels
threw her dad
and
off the
contact the
planning
police
board.
department and go through that. There should be some kind of policy or procedure that they shouldn't go over the police department's head on whether things can get removed. And I don't know if that's even the case, because what he's talking about wasn't what was asked about by the gentleman before. So I also think that it's embarrassing what the conduct that's going on with this area here with the mayor and not his employee. But if you're expecting everybody to behave, you literally like tell everybody and bang your gavel for everybody to calm down, but at no point have you looked there. No point have you pointed out his behavior, that he is also not holding decorum here. At what point is he held accountable? Everybody, you guys look this way when it comes to calling us out on behavior or people screaming, but not once have you guys looked there and pointedly said to them to be quiet or remove them like you have done to people here? And I don't think it's fair. And it kind of shows, or what it shows people is that you have these preconceived notions, maybe from what he said. I don't know, that everybody is just, this is political, because that's the only thing he says, that anybody that challenges what he's doing or doesn't agree with his decisions must be political. But it's not. I don't know the previous mayor. I just started going to these meetings because, you hear about these things that are going on, and I want to come and get involved and see what's going on myself. That's why I brought the videos on YouTube, the live stream on the township's YouTube channel. That's why I brought up before, because I don't always have a chance to come here, and there's a lot of people that don't, and that would like to see it during the week. And the responses that I'm getting is pretty much ignoring what was being said, is that they don't know what's going on or why those are being removed, and that is not the case. Thank you.
Carlos, just 1 second. Ma'am, have you had a chance to speak yet?
Yes, they all did.
No, I'm talking about the lady in the blue. Yeah. No, I want to keep things straight here. Thank you. Thanks, Carlos.
Hi, my name is Stacy Wyckoff, and I'm a Brick, New Jersey resident, and I'm just getting up here tonight because I was here several weeks ago when you were also discussing the shelter. And I'm a little disturbed that the mayor is making a statement that people from out of town are coming to the meeting. Yes, we are, because I care about animals. I'm also interested in what goes on in Toms River because I've been reading several things that are very disturbing. I'm not stupid, I'm educated, I work for an attorney, and I find his behavior appalling. The whole entire time of the meeting, he's texting with his confidant over here. There's only 3 people up here that I even think are remotely interested in what goes on with animals, and I have, quite honestly, no idea how the rest of you put your head on the pillow at night, because I find all of your behaviors to be disturbing. And your decision that you made about the shelter is completely wrong. And there's several things that this so-called mayor told me several weeks ago that I've researched, and he lies. So the sooner that you guys realize that he shouldn't be representing your town, the better off you'll be, because he's horrible and doesn't care about animals despite the fact that he says he has rescue animals. It doesn't matter. He has no heart and he is no good.
Oh, yeah. Carlos, 1 second. This gentleman yes, sir, would you like to speak? Carlos, do me a favor? Will you take the microphone and hand it to him, please? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, I didn't mind waiting till the end, but,
Yeah, relax.
okay. You know my name. 161 Walnut Creek Lane. Okay, I'm sorry, but, sitting and listening to all this, I think a lot of these folks have said a lot. Okay, I haven't spoken for a few months, but a couple items came up and something. First of all, I want to make an announcement, okay? Next, I think it's in June, there is a New Jersey League of Municipalities seminar or mini conference during the daytime hours. There's some very good things that I think every one of you, especially those all new to the council, would get a lot out of, that will help you know some of the stuff, to expect ahead of time. And that's followed by the November conference. As a matter of fact, is everybody familiar with the League of Municipalities? Okay. Those, as long as you are, there's a lot there, and I'm just offering that up if you have. But the other thing I wanted to mention is you have on the agenda, every agenda you have, executive session. What I'd like to suggest is that you go into an executive session after these meetings and just critique the meeting, critique each other, critique what's going on. Or prior to the meeting, in other words, take whatever each of you has to say to one another, go ahead and say it in that room over there or someplace else. Get it out. Get it off your chest before you come out here. And these meetings won't last until 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whatever it might be, okay? But if you've got something to say, all right, and I'm just saying, these are just suggestions, and, it's in the agenda. So you could do it. It's legal for you to do. Correct, Mr. McGuckin? That's legal for them to do it, is that correct?
Actually, no.
It's not legal?
Sorry, Joe. Nope.
What? It's not legal for them to...
They are limited to discussion and executive session, very limited by statute, and the council has always abided by that, and we give advice if needed, if they stray from that.
So there's no way, okay, so there's no way for them to, shake their dirty laundry at each other. They have to do it here in this meeting hall?
If there's a quorum present, yes, they have to do it in public before the public.
All right, but they can't do it in executive session?
No.
Okay.
Executive sessions for voting on something,
But
but not for...
very good. Okay, then I guess going back to what these folks had just said, maybe you can tame it down a little bit. Tame it down. And Mayor, same thing, each of you. Just keep it to that. Okay? Because again, there are a lot more people watching. And it's a great town. Give me one more minute. Okay? Since my question was to help you out. Okay? I understand there's been some changes in the rentals, in the requirements of the rentals. And that, Mr. Niverson, you mentioned that committee that you're going to have and put it together. Was that committee involved in that?
No.
Okay, I think it's time that committee go together. Okay, and I made that offer to you a while back to help out. I think it's got to happen, right? It's the best way to do it. And I think, Justin should also be involved because a lot of it involves the beach area. And a lot of it also involves our apartments that we have here. And you know the apartments. So I think you really just have to take I don't know what change. I think we need to take a good hard look at all of that. Okay? All right? And that's it. Thank you for the extra time and helping me out.
Thank you. Appreciate you waiting and being patient. Thank you.
Not a problem at all. Thank you.
Guys, I want to apologize. Carlos Amon, so I want to apologize for earlier, for losing my cool. But once again, it's just that, I've just been tired of this back and forth. It's just, like I said, 5 long months. I'm going to direct myself to the mayor. Mayor, like I said, I'm glad you're here because we moved everything around. We shook the whole bag up like we needed to. But I'm going to beg you to please communicate with these people. Some of the people that are back here that you don't get along, sit down, invite me. I pay for the dinner. I'm broke, but I pay for it. I really think we can move better, and we can move forward. And you can leave a legacy that actually you'll be proud of, your kids will be proud of, instead of this back and forth fighting. I respect all you guys, but at the same time, the way I see it is, leadership starts with how you treat everybody else. I've seen this in the street. I can't say it, but I see how a leader becomes the boss and everything else. Right now, you guys are just child's playing around, and I believe we can move forward and actually do something great. But, sir, we got to find a way to work. I know you got a crazy job and with everything that you got personal and everybody hate, but we got to find a common ground to work with them as well, because we could keep wasting time. Look at the time. So for the next meeting, please send the agenda earlier so everybody in here has it. I don't want to hear no excuse, please. And my other thing, too, is everybody's talking about money. In about 15 days, I would like to sit with everyone, even the mayor, to present my business plan for the town. Sorry that I got to put it like this, but I want to give you the money. I don't even want it for me no more.
I'm not interested in marijuana shops. We've had this discussion.
This is not a marijuana shop. This is a hydroponic facility that will be good for the town
Yeah, we don't
and
want
for our school
to. We don't want to
system.
grow marijuana on Tom's River. That's not our. I voted against that, and the prior council made an ordinance that said we weren't going to allow that. They could do that up in the liberal towns. we're not going to sell marijuana here.
I don't think you'll find one single person on this board who's going to vote for what you're interested in, so.
Other people will.
It just would be a waste of time to sit with.
Why not
them
open your
and
business
talk
in
about it.
South Toms River? I think it's legal there.
Why? Because dirty politics play dirty games. But
It's
this is
illegal
not
here,
done.
it's legal there. You might want to go to that council meeting.
I don't live over there. I live here.
All right, folks, time is up.
But,
Moving on.
Once again, you have given all the opportunity to different people to speak with, business-wise. I haven't had the chance. Today, you told everybody that they could come and speak to you anytime. I haven't had the chance to
Well,
speak
Mr.
with you,
Solano
so I
spent
would
a
like
half
to
an
speak
hour
with you,
with
Mayor,
us.
as well.
Thank you.
Mr. Solano spent a half an hour with you. He did.
Came to my office.
He spent a half an hour with you. That's
Sir.
not fair. That's not fair. You
Sir.
should be thankful he spent a half an hour
Yeah.
with you.
Yes, but you have
Okay.
spent half an hour with a lot of different people, and I have given me the opportunity to speak
I'm
to
not
you
interested
directly.
in marijuana sales
So
or
I have
growing
different
marijuana.
business-
I'm just
so-
not
Okay,
interested in it.
time
have
is
different
up.
business as
Moving
well.
on to the next speaker. Thank you.
Dennis Galanti, 1149 Cherokee Court, Toms River, again.
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Dennis Galanti, Toms River, 1149 Cherokee Court. You, I don't believe, Mr. Coleman, in the beginning of this meeting, set your policy for public comment. I made my comment earlier about the animal shelter, and I tried to come back up again, and you disallowed me to come up. And you also recently just allowed several individuals to go pretty far over your time restraint, so, okay? I'm questioning that. Is
Well,
that hidden in your number 7 resolution?
No, unfortunately, or fortunately rather, that's my prerogative based on what's going on, and I'm sorry you're disappointed, but I think I've made good decisions based on what was going on.
Your
Okay, and you're back up to talk now, and I'm willing to listen. Okay?
Okay, but you're taking up my time.
No,
it's,
no,
to your-
no. You're going to have as much. Go. You got.
Thank you.
Give them extra couple of minutes, please, Mike.
Thank you. So it's your discretion whether you like it or not. That's basically what I'm saying. So my other question is, being that you reprimand people in this audience and you've thrown several out for being out of order, when are you ever going to throw the mayor out of this meeting? You know, he's a guest as much as each and every one of us here. As far as answering questions, I agree. But as far as being out to talk of order, I disagree. Okay. Now, the legislature finds and declares that the right of the public to be present at all meetings of public bodies and to witness in full detail in all phases of the deliberation, policy formulation, and decision-making policy of the bodies is vital to the enhancement and proper functioning of the democratic process. Sunshine Law. I'm expanding on what Mr. Williams said. The Open Public Meetings Act, a public comment section allows the public to talk about anything. The public body cannot censor your speech during a public comment portion because it does not agree or like what you are saying, okay? Goes further. It goes on to talk about Robert's Rules, and it's a framework that is comprised of a set of codes and rules of ethics that helps groups hold orderly meetings that allow the majority to rule while allowing minority voices to be heard. I guess we're under Roderick Rules, not Robert's Rules. Sorry, I have so much stuff here. It's tough to keep it organized. I think I'm done. I have more, but I think I'll bring that up at the next meeting. Thank you again.
They'd like to have a motion to end the public portion of the meeting.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Tom and
All in favor?
aye.